What's happening, lads? Have you heard? We've got a brand new website. It's haveawordpod.com. And on our brand new website, we've got a brand new line of merch, t-shirts, hoodies, jumpers, hats, stickers. There's all sorts, and it's available right this second. Go to haveawordpod.com, get yourself some merch, and while you're there, you could also get tickets too.
Murderers Row. We're doing a massive stand-up tour all around the UK, and we're doing Dublin. It's me comparing the first section, Adam comparing the second, and then we've got the best acts we know, people you'll recognise from the couch, some absolute killers from comedy doing stand-up.
Proper stand-up tour. There's no podcast tour this year. We wanted to do stand-up with our mates, and we've come up with the Murderers Row stand-up tour. 4 special guests every night. Me and Dan doing a bit each as well. And obviously we're bringing all the lads down. We're going to get Finn to sing at the end. It's going to be absolutely class. And all the tickets and all the merch are at haveawordpod.com. And of course, if you love what you're watching, patreon.com/haveawordpod for loads of bonus content. But we'll tell you more about that a little bit later.
Enjoy the episode. It's going to be
It was good.
Yeah, it was really good. It's class.
Wag wag leads, you're listening to the funniest podcast in the game from the heart of Liverpool with Adam, Dan, Sensei Carl and Finn. This is the one and only Have a Word.
Brought to you by Manscaped, the very best products on the market for below the waist grooming.
Go Ed, get on me.
Welcome to the Have a Word podcast.
Adam, you all right?
Yeah, really, really good.
You look odd.
New year, new
He's
me,
not
babes.
very well. He's turned into a ginger woman.
Yeah.
And that is,
What's that called? Gingivitis?
Yeah. It's
Stage
the worst
7.
one. Stage 7, social death. Yeah.
Adam is ill, so Hatty Preston's here.
He's so ill. I got a voice note from him last night. I think I got him on the vomit. He was like, "Hi, I just want to let you." Sorry, hang on. And I was like, "Oh."
Yeah, but he's Adam ill. He's the definition of man flu.
No, I know.
Well, we were just talking about
Sounded
when he
very sorry
stubbed
for
his
himself.
toe that was a broken toe.
Yeah.
And whoever commented, it was one of my favourite ever comments on an episode when he was like, "Oh yeah, Adam's got a sore toe, so it's stage 7 toe cancer." Mwah. Well
good.
done, everyone.
It's very good.
I had to go to the
I think
fucking
he
Asda
is
for him.
ill.
I had to go to the Asda for him at midnight. I had to wake up out of bed because he wanted me to get him a thermometer.
Yeah, but it was that or a coffin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, it's
well,
probably like
so I got
easier.
out of bed, got dressed, got in the car, drove in the snow to Asda. And then I went, "Have you got any thermometers?" And she went, "No, everyone's sick. There's no thermometers." And I rang when he went, "Well, if I die in the night, it's your fault."
There you go. He's even at his most vulnerable,
And
he
I-
is still a bit of a cunt.
And I said, while I'm here, do you want me to get you anything? Is anything you'd like?
Jaffa cakes.
Anything? And he went, "Yeah, get me a surprise." I went, "The surprise is I'm going back to bed. I'm not dropping a surprise off. If you need something."
Oh, that's best friending.
Get me a
That's
surprise.
lovely.
What did you mean at that point? Do you need anything? I mean,
Like
in
if
my
he's like,
head,
"Oh, I need like
Lemsip or something."
Diodolite or like..."
Kinder
Could have
Bueno.
just turned up giving him a striptease.
Wow, that would
What
be
a
a surprise.
This lady was there though.
Get that.
She'd have liked it.
She liked it too much, that's what I mean.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh, bless him.
So here
Awesome
you
press.
are.
Here I am.
God bless you, Hatty
I know,
Preston.
when you said to me this morning, we've done obviously a pod together, we haven't hosted together.
No,
This
you
is
haven't
so
been
nice.
a co-host. But you've done it a few times with Adam.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
just
Once.
Okay, great.
one host with Adam. which
Well,
So
is
you've
nice.
now done the tick list, you've done everything.
Have I?
Couch,
More than
both
once?
seats and a special.
Don't worry about
and a
it.
live show.
You were also,
The EGOT.
or you were in the discussion for Person of the Year.
That's so lovely, Joe.
I think
Can't
we
message
gave
me
you.
after that.
She
That
won
is
it, yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't
so-
remember I couldn't remember. I didn't
What
want
do
to
you
give
mean
it
you
you.
can't remember?
I couldn't remember if we'd given it you or
Where's the
if we'd said it was
It was
Paul
between
Ince.
you and Paul
It was
Ince.
your Paul Ince.
Me and Paul
Yeah.
Ince.
And
Tell you what.
Or Russell Hicks.
He got robbed. Stop that.
We started.
Russell Hicks.
That was very sweet. Carl did message me afterwards, and that is so kind. And I said to Carl, I was like, that is a damning indictment on the state of British comedy at the moment if I was there. But that's very kind and it means a lot. So thank you.
I might have to. That I am close to. Like, I don't know if it's just something one of us has to have IBS while we're doing this
Oh, you're
podcast.
struggling.
But I might need to go for an emergency plop plop.
That's okay.
Right now.
It's absolutely.
Is it bubbling?
Touching cloth.
It's. I don't get to that point.
Okay. You're not Jamie
You
Hutchinson.
don't touch cloth with IBS, you dirty cloth. It's not hard, is it?
Jamie Hutchinson did it on our sofa at Dead Meat. We were about to start our big fizz pod and he sat down on the sofa. We were, but not big, whatever we were doing. Bit much big. Remember the podcast name. And sat down on the sofa and he's like, he stood up and goes, I just thought I was going to fart. And I was like, Jamie, he's like, yeah, I just sort of shat myself on the sofa. We were about to, I was like, Jamie!
Yeah, that's
No
not touching
one's
cloth.
hearing that and going, what a shock.
Touching cloth is when a hard poo is there.
I don't know.
I don't think yours is going to be hard right now, is it?
No. So listen, I'm going to tell you where everything is.
go.
Exactly where it needs to
Okay.
be. There's, but I'm just telling you, it's going to be go time soon.
That's fine.
And my ablutions,
Yeah.
I work on this system. Doesn't matter if I should be pooing.
Yeah.
I wait till it's absolutely an emergency go time.
Why though?
Because
Like a baby?
Who sits down in the morning with a fucking magazine and waits on the toilet?
That's why people have books in their downstairs toilets, though, isn't it? Because you just can sit and have a very civilized look at a joke book.
Fuck is that?
I
I've
know.
never understood that.
The Japanese toilet seat.
It's been a while.
It acts as an enema. You can turn it on.
Steve, get
Is
the
it?
sponsor, man. This
It
is
goes, you go
fucking
first.
ridiculous.
So if you turn it on before you poo, it loosens you and you go for a poo.
A warm water.
Yeah. It makes you poo.
Yeah, because
So
it gets tight.
you
cold
can't
and be
do
like,
poo.
I'd like
Yeah.
a Japanese toilet attendant. What about that? A little Japanese person.
What do they do?
I'd probably man.
Okay, yeah,
Probably
yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just so it doesn't feel
yeah, because
creepy.
the girl's still finding sexy. Yeah,
She's like, oh,
What?
just
Is
gives
she
it a
hungry?
rub.
yeah.
Ah.
Jack Finnegan gave
Yeah.
me a tummy rub in India.
See?
Oh,
And can I just say,
look at the size of his hands, of course.
I
Like a
know.
gorilla.
I just pooed everywhere. It was great. I was like, oh, I feel really compacted and
Good,
like
yeah.
there was. I could tell it was there, but like my
That's good of
my
him
bum
to-
was,
yeah.
and then he just put his hand on the palm, like his palm of his hand on my back, and then just pressed with his hand. And I think I'm 10 years older than Jack Finnegan, and I felt like a small child that had fallen over, and his dad was giving his like, oh, have you got? I'll give it a rub, and it felt great.
Jack's everyone's dad, though, isn't he? He could be. Like, it doesn't. It's just the way. It's just
Yeah.
the way it is.
I'm closer with Jack Finnegan than I am my dad. So
Same.
Did your dad never
That's-
rub poo out of your tummy?
no, but
I'm closer with
Sorry,
like,
Dad.
I haven't spoken to my dad for a year, and me
ask him.
and Jack have a great time all the. He'd be a great dad.
Yeah.
There you
Ring
go.
him up and say, Dad, I'm a bit compact. Will you come and rub me back so I can do a poo and see what he
Yeah, do. And then ring Jack and see the difference.
says? Yeah, because Jack will go, yeah, and your dad will go, no.
I don't think Jack would drive in to do it.
I do.
You don't want to commute to give someone's tummy a rub.
Poo rub. I don't know. He does love you all.
Yeah.
I think he would do it.
Do you need it? Do you need that now, or are you ready to
Go on, you can go and
No,
have a little minute.
I can't. No,
Why
I'm
you
fine.
You want to go when you're panicking?
I'm a pro.
What's
Okay.
happened?
What?
You're not usually like this.
Don't know what's happened.
Have you eaten something funny?
I think it's the cold weather has made. I've got a tentative bumhole. It's a temperature related bumhole incident. Where you're just like, oof, because I shit in the garden. So
That's really
yeah,
nice. Are you quite a constant? Are you quite regular during the day, or do you have your one in the morning and your one in the evening?
I'm sorry. What?
That's me.
Is
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
We
normal.
talk about
people.
this,
Normal.
don't you? Do one every 5 weeks?
no?
He shit twice in India.
I'm sorry. What?
What?
Yeah.
I shit twice every 5 minutes for the first
Got
couple of
bad
days.
tummy.
No, hang on. What did you just say?
You shit 4 days
You have
into
a
India.
morning plop
Always.
and an evening.
Well,
plop.
girls don't poo, but so I've heard. Yeah.
There's a little pink tic tac comes out of girls.
Get to fuck. So this is what happens with me. I don't plop for 3 days, and then I plop 3 times in a day, and then
Like a cat.
something like
So you
that.
haven't got IBS. You got the opposite.
It's a yeah.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, a morning one. You feel so light after it. It's like a Special K advert.
Oh well, my absolute favourite is when I get to the gig.
Yeah.
If I've got a gig, I get to a gig early. No other comedians in the dressing room. Have a pre-gig
You do
plot.
not in the green room.
Oh,
That's
I
fine.
would- I
Dan
would-
Nightingale.
Hang on, not in the green room.
but
I
in the
don't
green
like
room, Lou.
so
You
just
poo with the public people and then go and tell jokes to them.
no. I get in there, get in the dressing room, get in the dressing room toilet. I'm first in, first out. Then everyone, and then I'm ready for the gig, like a greyhound who shits just before the race at the track.
You poo in the green room, Lou. Unbelievable.
Is that not really
Unbelievable.
bad
Yeah.
etiquette?
Yes.
It is if everyone's already in the green room.
No, even if they're not.
That's bad.
Michael Rice doesn't give a fuck. He's
yeah.
prolific
There's
for
Mike.
it. Doesn't give a
Doesn't
fuck.
shock me.
Unbelievable.
The man works with poo.
Are you marking your territory? Is that what you're doing? You're like,
No, it's
Mine.
Yeah.
I think it's the excitement of. I don't really get nervous. It's just a sort of like.
Adrenaline poo.
Yeah,
Okay,
I love
that. Maybe that's why you
Fucking
need a
go
poo,
time.
because I'm guest hosting. You've got adrenaline coming through. Oh my God.
Hatty's here. So we're
That'll be
recording
it.
this, and it is
Yeah.
fucking Baltic,
It is
innit?
cold.
It was
Yeah.
Baltic.
Because had second snow day this week. Are the kids off? Or is that off?
So the head teacher of Etta's school, I think, has been teaching since the 1870s.
Right.
And I would love to know what level of weather disaster would have to happen for
Tsunami.
her even to have to consider. She's never closed the school for weather. And there's a WhatsApp group where all the mums, and Laura's in it, but she, doesn't get involved, but she can chart what's going on. They're like, oh, won't somebody think of the children?
I can't.
And old fucking head teacher dogs does not.
give a fuck.
Oh, so she's in.
Oh, there could be a fucking tsunami in Sorgal. And she'd still be like, just get a
But
kayak.
surely all the parents, you're like, yeah, fucking keep them. Like, do you want a snow day? Like, you want them like in, don't you?
Do you want a snow day after 2 weeks of Christmas? Christmas as well is a batshit holiday for kids.
Yeah, they
And
are on crack.
I spoke to my mate
Yeah.
Ben, and he was like, genuinely started feeling sorry for. He's got a daughter the same age as Etta. It's like I started feeling sorry for her because it's all build up and it's excitement and it's Santa and a lot of parents have to tone that down because kids get way too wound up, and it is creepy, isn't it? Like he can see you and he's watching and he's fucking judging.
He knows when
so
you're
they
sleeping.
get, and then there's the payoff of the presents. So then sleep's fucked up because they get too excited, and then there's chocolate everywhere, and then there's people coming over, and you're going to someone else's, and also it's winter, so you're not going out as much. In the summer holiday, you're running
Yeah, you just
around, burning off loads
get
of
out.
energy.
Yeah.
At Christmas, you're stuck in. And honestly, the start of this week, when they were finally going back, Jack and I was like, oh, you could see the need for just normality again. And also, Laura looked fucking knackered with it. So a snow day this week would have been a special type of dog shit.
But also they do Christmas and it's all very great, and then Boxing Day and that's kind of all great. And then they've got a week of just their parents being fucking knackered when they still not got back to school. And you're just like, adults are just like, they're like, kids are still like, what do we do with all this energy and all these cool things? And I just, I don't know how you do it. It's something else.
Up.
Yeah, I know.
Great weather for cold plunging though, my guys. Talking about Japanese toilets, let me do my version of it. I tell you what, cold plunger was great this week. I put snow from the, not the like, because they'd been on the lawn and mucked it up a bit.
Yeah.
Like from the patio, I'd put a bit of snow in, and my temperature thing said minus 0.3. I don't even know how that works.
It's meant to get to minus teens in the coming days because there's another snow.
What?
Minus
Here?
10. Yeah.
Oh, come
Not
on.
here. No. I mean,
dry lips already.
Scotland,
Survive it.
the Highlands.
Yeah.
Minus teens. In
They
the
are
UK.
made different though.
We're going to have to get those guinea pigs in.
There's not a chance they're outside.
What are you doing?
They're not there. Dan, I hate to break it to you. They're not there.
Listen, if you haven't got sturdy guinea pigs, if you haven't got a guinea pig that can survive -4, there has to be.
They live in Peru.
I was going to say they're from South America, aren't they?
Are they?
Yeah.
You've got Peruvian guinea pigs.
You are joking.
Cut to Dan licking his guinea pig. I wonder if there's residuals on this
Someone
bitch.
ring the RSPC. You
Oh,
are,
I would. Are they? Have I got mule guinea pigs? Have they got cocaine?
You've got dead guinea pigs, probably.
Yeah.
There's no. You're joking.
What?
They're not living outside.
I mean, they're sturdy.
Oh, get Laura to check on them.
Right?
Guantanamo
check.
Bay. What the
Give a quick.
Also, their water will have frozen over, so they can't drink.
Yes, they're just like,
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not in charge of the guinea pigs, but now this does look like animal cruelty.
no.
Hiya, love. Hiya. How are you? We're just on podcast. Could you check on the welfare of the guinea pigs for us? We have some concerned animal welfare people in the studio. Thank you very much.
Hattie, he doesn't know the names of the guinea pigs.
It's
but-
Milo and Patch or Lilo and Stitch or
fine.
Bradford and Bingley or something.
I love that. Absolutely love that.
Great
for
steak
you.
partnership then.
Yeah. Roberts and
That's the
Ellington.
right thing to do though, because
Matt
if they do
Roberts.
die, then actually Dan's going to be the one who copes with it best because he never really humanised them, and I really like that.
I didn't want him.
Well,
I
there
went
you
to
go.
Nashville and mistakes were made
He
in my
loves
absence.
animals.
You did guilt. You did guilt guinea pigs.
No, listen. I'd love a dog. That'd be great. It'd be
Yeah.
really good. Laura, I don't want one now. I want one in retirement. Honestly, there'll be a fucking menagerie when I've retired, and Laura's inevitably got bored of me and fucked off. I'll just be like Dr. Doolittle.
I love this.
But right now, what have we got? 2 little fucking
Dead guinea pigs in the
nervous
garden.
guinea pigs. The kids are like, oh yeah, give them a
But that's
carrot.
it, isn't it? They get a couple of days, we get a couple of weeks with the guinea pigs. Like, this is so exciting, and then they're like, they're just really like they're not givers, are they? Guinea pigs, like
They don't do much.
Can you pick them
yeah,
up?
they're not tricks.
Yeah, you can pick them up.
Oh yeah, you can.
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah, but they don't want to be there, do they?
but it's like they've been like they're just nervous. They think that you're gonna.
Of course they're
strangle them.
nervous. You leave them in the outside.
Yeah.
in the
No, they didn't.
-4.
We had guinea pigs when we were younger. Even the ones that were in the house,
you-
around people all
did
the
you
time.
torture them as well?
If you pick them up, they shit themselves. They were like, sometimes literally.
Now they're like body heat, please.
Better than gerbils, though. Gerbils eat each other. You can't have 2 gerbils.
Oh, well, that's fucking...
Isn't it the woman
They
that
eat
eats the
each
man?
other.
Probably, yeah.
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 They eat each other.
Eat each other. You can't. If you have 2 gerbils, you have to separate them by
Does
something.
one eat the other one?
Yeah.
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 Sex and just eating each other.
Like,
I mean, that'd be fun, wouldn't it?
to watch.
Because a lot of people
it
say you should
cake.
get pets so kids understand death.
Right, well, there you go.
And also...
watch it.
Cannibalism.
Cannibalism,
Yeah.
A lot of animals eat their young.
We watched my cat get knocked up. That was quite a lesson.
Made pregnant.
Thanks for car. Thanks for... You know, it's just part of life. Mummy, I came to give them a carrot. One of them doesn't have a head.
Well, you've seen Clarkson's farm when the pig just keeps sitting on the other pigs. The baby pigs. That's got bleak on it.
What is that? Is the malice behind that? Or is
Why?
it more of a just she's a big fat pig?
So the pig's huge and the piglet's obviously tiny, and the piglets get into for the warmth and the milk, and the pig's massive and doesn't realise she's just rolling all over their babies,
Oh man,
and it's really sad.
that's occupation hazard. Do they get out? They really don't, do they? Right. Okay. Yeah. It was a bleak story, Carl. Actually. Yeah. To start off.
Drowning my mama's tits.
That's a real pig in blanket. That one. Isn't it? Whoa!
Nice.
Hello.
Hello.
Let's move on from it.
Someone's come for jokes.
Sorry,
so,
she's
because it's
it.
cold, I'm going to a spa day tomorrow afternoon.
Oh.
Indoors.
Captain
You
Matthew's
getting a
coming
massage?
up. My best mate's coming up for the
Yes.
weekend.
So you boys going boys massage
Jack
day?
Finney.
And I've never done... My dad's coming. Is dad coming? And I've never done an afternoon spa. And you're a sparsman, mate.
Yeah, love a spa.
And I think it's the influence of young Adam and young Carl.
At one point, last year or the year before, me and Adam were going to a spa at least once a week.
The Titanic one.
We've been to the Titanic. The best is the
that?
Balmoral in Edinburgh. Fuck.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Hi, bougie little bitches. Okay.
Beautiful. The best. And
Yeah.
the pool is so deep.
Once a week.
We weren't going to Edinburgh once a week, but we were.
Did you do the thing where see how far down you can dive and
Yeah.
you touch the bottom?
Yeah.
So good.
So we were on tour, weren't we? So every city we was going for a spa. Oh, and then we just kept it going.
Nice.
I love this.
So there's one in Alsager near Crewe, and apparently that's shit hot.
Yeah.
And they were booked up. But Carden Park
Oh, it's the best.
is only half an hour away.
Wow.
Afternoon T1, you're in the garden, but it's -2.
No, the pools are beautiful outside. And,
Right, I'll take the guinea pigs.
Yeah, I'll give it that.
It'll just
Yeah,
be
I
me and the
agree.
guinea pigs in a sauna.
When you go, it's all steamy, like the steam's coming up, and you get out, even shoulders getting, and you go, ooh, and then you go back in.
There's a
It's
snow
so
room
good.
as well.
You
I think
what?
you need it now.
You'll love that.
What's that?
There's a room full of snow.
It's not cocaine.
Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's the opposite of a sauna. You go in and there's snow on the floor.
But it's very Scandi, that, isn't it? You're supposed to go from hot to cold to hot to cold, and that's why they all look bangers.
Is there a cold plunge?
think it's just
I'm going to say, I mean, I haven't been
being
in for a
outdoors,
while.
but isn't it?
If you've got
Yeah.
a snow room, you've got a fucking
Yeah.
bucket
But
with
you
water in
can't
it.
be at, like when a good lad at footy turns up for 5 aside. You can't be in that cold plunge being all like, going like,
Yeah, there's 90
I've
seconds.
never even been in before.
We did longer than it, Finn. Huh? We did longer
First
than it.
day.
You did 5 minutes.
Yeah, it was a bit warmer when we were in.
Yeah, it was.
You did 5 minutes.
Yeah, in
Everyone did really well.
the cameras were on though, so you kind of got to be like,
I know.
Cold plunging when other people are there
Yeah, I bet.
is so much fucking easier than at 7 a.m. on your own, where you're like, mate, the idea of going from sauna to fucking little heated pool to
Park's
snow room.
So good for you.
Oh Lord.
I love this. I love that you all sort of like are entering your Real Housewives era. I really like it.
Yeah.
Say entering, but like good for you.
oh, deep into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mate Matt
Really?
was not into it, by the way. I've had to like push for this. He was like,
Really?
really?
You really groomed
I don't
him
think
into
he's
this.
ever done
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Have you ever been floating?
No, but I've heard
I'm
so much about
interested.
it. In
You
those
would
weird like
love
sensory
it.
deprivation pools.
Yeah.
Stop it. Are
There's
they
one in-
salty?
There's one in town. It's like gallons of salt in it because
That's who my mate, another comedian did it and then accidentally got salt in his eye and then it was all a panic and they couldn't get the thing out and then it was...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You know, like then
Just
it was
freaking
stuck
out
a
in the
pod,
dark.
Just like,
no, so you get like you go in and you can have it dark. I don't like it dark
no.
because then I feel like I'm in space.
But cool.
But isn't that what people want?
Yeah.
Yes, but I don't like that.
What
So
do you
I-
want on The Simpsons or like
Oh my god,
season 6 of Friends?
I don't like. I'm
just
The
across
episode
the,
where
like,
he's in a
domed lid.
flotation tank.
yes.
Yeah.
So there's music. There's nice music, and then the music stops because you should be like out by then, and then the music will slowly come back on. And we did it. It's an hour. I went in. You got like have you ever put like gel earbuds in with
Yeah.
like mold stereo? The
Okay, yeah.
You get a halo for your head, so it keeps it floating. And then you're just basically in there. You can't feel anything, obviously.
What is it meant to do? What's its like vibe?
It's meant to
Meditation
put you into
as well.
It's a state.
What?
It's not keto. It's like keto or something.
It puts you into keto. That'd be fucking.
It's a similar.
Awful.
It's a similar way.
4 stone
It just
lighter.
come out really boring.
Put you into a state of like you're asleep but you're not. So like I was in, and then the music started and the lights came on, like the bright light came on. I was like, what the fuck? They made a mistake here. And I've been in for an hour.
It's like lucid dreaming.
Yeah. I thought I'd been in for maximum.
You
10
like
minutes.
cry from Futurama, and it's 1,000 years in the future.
Some people have trips.
Yeah.
Like, because
you're just sensory
Yeah,
deprived.
it's just that. It's like doing a mushroom trip.
Question:
Go on.
Are you allowed to just piss a bit?
Oh, surely.
Come on.
Salt.
You've got.
I mean, they've got to clean the tank after everyone. So
I'm in keto for an hour. I'm in a higher state of consciousness.
Yeah.
I'm not like, if
Yeah.
you're like, oh my God.
you're not aware.
I'm in a different realm. I'd piss.
Yeah. That's great. And then you're just swimming around in it. And that's nice.
No, you're like bouncing.
Am I the only one?
Go on.
No.
Doesn't mind swimming in your own wee wee.
As long as it's like 1 part wee wee, 100 part the rest of the water.
It's also actually quite good for you, I think, apparently. Like, if any
Would you
like
wash your
cuts and
hands
things.
in your wee?
Yeah.
What?
Would you piss in the sink and wash your hands with it?
Listen, Carl, I know you're going to take a hard line on this, but
one of our jobs, isn't it?
if it's 100 litres of
It's a
water,
big fucking bath. That.
it's
A big wee, liter of
right?
wee.
and it's 2 litres of piss, because I'm in I'm in keto, mate.
Just weed for 3 days either.
But I got it for Serica's birthday. She'd been in work, and I went, I've booked us to go to Float Planet. We'd never been. She was like, oh, cool. I went, what? And she went, you're going to put me in a coffin for an hour on my birthday? And she was texting her mates, like, slagging it off, and she came out and she was like, that was incredible.
It does sound like a fucking
does.
great
Just
date
totally
night, doesn't it?
reset you. And
Can I also just tell you something? So because I'm so sad. If you've gone into any like public pool ever, you have like swum around in pee. Do you know what I mean?
do you know what that smell is? Do you know that?
what?
Do you know the smell of a...
A pool.
Do you know that, like, wow.
Is that chlorine with urine?
So that's ammonia reacting with chlorine. So the smell is piss.
Is piss. Fantastic.
just
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it's just piss.
So that's why if you go into a spa
Yeah.
and it doesn't smell like that, does it? It's like got
No, you're
things,
right.
Because not like...
Well, Carden Park will
We're
tomorrow.
going to find out, yeah.
Yellow steam.
Lucky old pal. This is great.
I'm getting out. So
Yeah.
I've been taking the kids swimming on a weekend morning.
Yeah.
This is our thing.
Yeah.
Just to give Laura a little bit of respite, because she does more than I do, but I don't mind it. So we go to the one in
glad that you
Ellesmere
don't mind
Park, Brio, not showing off.
Yeah.
And the kids love it. And we've got to the age now with Jack that it's not a fucking hassle. And he's past the age where he'll shit in the pool. So there was, up until recently, that is always a risk.
Always,
Had
yeah,
he ever shit in the pool?
But they have a swim nappy.
They've got those like tighty
I mean,
on, so they
for
can't
the
come
first
out.
2 years of their life, they're not even telling you if they shit. You don't know. They're now.
Little boys sometimes do a face. Like whenever I nanny, the boys would sometimes just go quite quiet, and you were like, no, 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 no.
So the face is still happening.
Yeah.
So as we were getting ready, and obviously Etta's suited,
Yeah.
so that's a ball ache to get off. And then fucking Jack's got a full Spider-Man body thing.
Yeah.
So that's a nightmare. And I was just like, if we need the toilet, we know what to do, don't we?
Poo.
And Etta was like, yeah. And then Jack didn't get it. So we were swimming around, and he just quietly went, Daddy, I'm doing a wee. And I was like, it's fine.
Because again, the nappies absorb everything. Like
Just-
he's
No,
swimming wet.
he's not wearing a nappy.
Okay, then. Yeah, okay, great, Dan. Yeah.
And he just, it was great watching his face. He just stood there sort of like, and then looked at me like, we've got away with it. I was like, I know. Quality. Swam for an hour. No one had to go for a fucking annoying toilet break. It's the next generation of pool pissers.
God, great.
And it's fine.
And it's fine.
In it.
But we kind
It
of...
is.
Not in the bath, though.
I've never done it, and I wouldn't do it.
You
It
weeing in a
really
pool?
freaks me out. Same with pissing in the
It
shower. I
feels
can't do it.
I can't do that one.
I can't.
Weeing
I
in a
just
pool.
can't do it.
But do you wee in the sea?
No.
You're in the shower.
No, you do not.
No.
You don't wee in the
I'd
sea.
go to the toilet.
Would you go out and go to one of those
Yeah.
grotty
We've
toilets
said this
behind the
before.
beach shack where you piss?
I can't do it. I can't do it. It freaks me out.
Bullshit.
That's pathetic.
But you're getting out of the sea.
Yeah,
ocean.
to go to the toilet.
You do
yeah.
realise when you piss into
I
the water, it
understand.
ends up in
Yeah,
the
you're
I
sea?
racing it
understand
back.
I understand that the sea one is a silly one. That's a me issue.
No, we're not judging
The
here, we're
pool
just
and the
learning.
shower, though, I think is gross. And
I think the
don't
shower's
like it.
fine. Because it washes away. The bath. Come on, bro.
But then you will get out of the sea, do that thing across the sand where you're like, go to the beach cafe
real-
where there's
in real-
and walk through actual urine because those are disgusting. Like the loos on a beach are just walk with your feet through actual everyone else's urine, then have a wee wee, and then go back in the ocean.
Yeah.
Smug.
That's why I passed out in the summer. I went to the toilet instead of staying in the sea.
Oh, and you went faint and headbutted something.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but
Cool
imagine
move.
if you'd passed out in the sea.
Exactly.
Yeah, you float.
worse.
I'm out here pissing on jellyfish.
This guy, this hero.
What are you meant to do?
Piss
you
on
meant
the
to...
foot, piss on the sting. Not
Yeah,
necessarily.
but
I love that you're like
Revenge.
No, I'm just going to piss straight on the jellyfish.
I just go around
That's
pissing
like
on
a
people's feet.
vaccine.
If you piss on a jellyfish, surely you've like cut out the middleman.
Yeah,
and
but I
can't
think the
hurt you.
jellyfish will sting you in return, and then you've
No, we
then you're
can't
out of piss.
move.
No, it's a vaccine. You piss on it, it doesn't hurt
Do you think
anymore.
it's like kryptonite? It just goes like
Yeah.
because if that is what removes the sting, do you think it kills them?
Like when you put candy floss in water.
right.
Yeah.
Prevention is better than cure. Piss on jellyfish.
I love this, Dan.
Or kill him.
You're gonna no.
Dan hates animals. He wants to kill them.
Oh, sorry.
No,
yeah, we
jellyfish
don't
fun
have
facts.
pet jellyfish.
Seneca wants
Oh,
to
I
kill
hate...
them.
What?
Seneca's dream pet is a jellyfish.
That's the most
No,
stupid
she's
thing I've ever heard.
not, Carl.
Yeah, no, I was
Her
going to...
dream, why is it her dream pet?
She loves looking at them. As in, like, there's really fun ones that look like storms.
They're aliens.
Yeah.
They're the nearest thing.
And I was going to buy
it.
one for a birthday, but you have to buy the tank and prepare it for 4 months.
Yeah.
I don't think I could have hid that. Ignore that.
Have you ever been in the Albert Dock?
Yeah.
We did water sports in the Albert Dock, and we used to have jellyfish fights.
They're in the Albert Dock.
Yeah, there's loads of them in the Albert
No.
Dock, and we used to have.
They're not fat.
We used to
If
have
you look, they're everywhere.
We used to have jellyfish. There must be about 1 million.
They're not
of
too
them.
cold.
Yeah, it's freezing. But we used to like
guess they've got them in
be
Wales,
on
haven't they?
like
It's
sailing
jellyfish
boats.
fights.
Yeah, we used to throw jellyfish at each other, and then like you'd get out and get changed afterwards, and you'd have like little tentacle marks.
Are they very stingy ones?
Not like bad, but like if you get whipped by I didn't instigate the jellyfish fight, but it's like a food fight.
I'm not
innit? If
looking
you get,
at you like I'm blaming.
If you get hit by a
Yeah.
sausage roll, you've got to throw a sausage roll back. If someone threw a jellyfish in my face, you've got to start.
Sorry, is that the
you are
rule? Is
different
that
up
the
here.
rule?
Blanket.
You
Yeah,
can
but-
only throw back
Yeah.
what you've been...
Otherwise, you're a victim.
Right.
Yeah, you don't want to be a bully by going too
Yeah.
far. You just retaliate with the same.
Yeah, you only go. It's an eye for an eye makes the whole world blind.
Blind.
A jellyfish for a jellyfish is all good fun.
Yeah.
I love these.
It's a lovely afternoon at Albert Dock. Sir, we came to see the Tate Modern. Never mind that. Grab a jellyfish.
We used to
Eat.
jump in after kayaking and you get out and your lips would taste all acidy because the water's horrible. Horrible.
There's loads of them. There must be about 1 million jellyfish in the Albert Dock, and they're all like
Katie
weirdly
Melua.
see through. But then when you pick them out, they're like
You
you can see
shouldn't
them.
pick them out. That's insanity. What are you doing?
What were you doing up
How are
here?
you even getting to the water? You're going down that little like slope thing.
Yeah.
So we weren't in the Albert. We were in one of the other docks, and then you paddle to the Albert Dock. It's one of the
There's
other.
like 4 docks, isn't there?
Yeah,
King's
we used to like do
Yeah.
like. It was one summer in school. They took us on a trip, and we used to do like paddleboarding and jellyfish fights.
Jellyfish
Paddleboarding
are,
and jellyfish fights.
are flourishing in the UK, apparently. They're on the rise. They're fucking.
They're flying in central Liverpool as well.
Yeah.
Did they fuck?
Okay.
They don't fuck.
I don't know what they do.
No, they just
How do
shit
they
out
do it?
eggs, don't they?
Did
Oh,
you
right.
spawn?
Yeah, they don't
Do they
fuck.
just?
Fish don't fuck. I know they're not fish, but fish don't fuck, do they?
It's like
They do,
eels
you
in it.
know. I
What,
really
like
think they
salmon
do.
fuck?
Yeah.
Laura said she has a genuine fear of sharks in swimming pools.
Same. Do
100%.
My worst nightmare? A swimming pool in the dark.
Or the dark, or the deep end. Do you remember when you were little? Would you used to like swim like lessons when you were little?
You
The
chose
dark
to do the
bit, the
sensory
deep end.
deprivation pool.
That's why I leave the light on, Finn.
Guys. The swimming pool.
There are sharks. The later it gets, they release sharks in.
At the Brio in Ellesmere Port.
No, like an outdoor one, not
Yeah.
an indoor one. There's no sharks.
No,
indoors.
she's scared of sharks in an indoor
Yeah.
swimming
Because
pool.
you can't see the bottom. When it gets so deep, you can't see the bottom.
Oh
It's irrational. I know it's irrational. We all know it's irrational, even when you're children. But there is a point. Also, there is a point when you're swimming when you're little. Once you have the thought, you can't. That's it. Like you're just in the pool going.
There's sharks.
It's so irrational. I know that, but oh my god, it was
Is there
awful.
not other things to be more scared of than sharks, though?
They're intelligent animals.
In the pool. Paedophiles.
Get out of the pocket of big shark, mate.
They're wearing trench coats,
Ubers.
sneaking into
That's
indoor
worse.
pools. Yeah.
We know they're intelligent.
Paedophiles, there's more paedophiles in pools than...
Yeah, but paedophile sharks.
God, yes.
Yeah,
That's the
you
thing.
see.
You don't know.
You don't know.
You don't know.
You think they're coming to eat you?
Yeah.
That's why they work. That's why they go around in schools.
Right.
He's very
Good
good,
stuff.
boys.
It's good stuff.
You're really happy with that one. God, there were so many irrational fears when you were little. I was never a monster under the bed girl,
Quicksand.
but it was grabbing. Someone grabbing my feet.
I'm still like that now.
Quick.
Yeah, if I put my feet off the bed,
quicksand's,
someone will
just someone's
grab
gonna
it.
like.
quicksand's truly frightening.
Quicksand
Yeah.
under the bed.
But did we all,
But
do we all
I'm
have that because of
curious.
Never Ending Story?
Is that the one?
Oh shit! What was it? A Atreyu! Like when the horse goes.
Oh, shit, no.
What? Never-ending story.
Is that the
with Bastian?
one with the big dinosaur dragon?
Dog
that's
thing in
furry?
the air? Yeah.
Sounds
I
like-
think a lot of us had quicksand because of a train
Hang on.
going under.
The 3 films in my head are Labyrinth,
Okay.
Willow, Never-ending Story, all that sort of mid-80s.
Yeah. The sort of
Thought
trippy stuff.
two of them. are
Not
Jim
sci-fi,
Henson,
but
aren't
like-
Is that the Minotaur?
fantasy.
The Minotaur?
Yeah, and it's very, very like acidic. Like the people making it must have been tripping balls. When they were making
But it's
that
not
stuff.
like, oh, it's just only in like the outback. I don't know, I guess. But apparently like on Southport Beach.
It can be under the bed.
Quicksand.
Quicksand.
Yeah. If your bed's
Right.
on the beach.
Knew it.
I would want to do it though. I'd want to feel it. I'd want someone there to pull me out, but I would want to
mate,
feel the
the air
sensation of getting
eating
sucked into.
Do you think
it.
it'd be like one of those? Do you remember those plastic tubes that we used to play with? That you put your finger down and then like roll.
Finger,
What were they called? It would be like that in the quicksand, and this should be like.
Clip that out for Fin Day that we are doing
Quicksand.
at Southport Beach.
Just gonna put a fin in quicksand.
Yeah.
If someone's there, like, and I can get out, I would. Do you not think it'd be sick?
Finn, by the way, Finn is the most likely of the 4 of us to die from
quicksand.
misadventure. Like of all the, it would. No,
not easy enough.
I think it would be so fitting if we accidentally killed Finn.
We won't.
In quicksand,
Quicksand, yeah.
because he wanted to see what it felt like.
It wasn't quicksand. It was just a bottomless puddle that he just disappeared
What
into
if it
straight
was
away. He was
actually
like,
really, really slow sand, but just slower responses?
Yeah, because Adam's just on his phone, hasn't noticed. Oh, Finn's dead.
I would do it. Do you not think it'd be cool?
I understand what you mean.
Yeah.
You mean like to put yourself in that perilous situation
Yeah.
to see what it's.
Give yourself a rush of near death.
When I did the skydive,
Yeah.
the biggest fear for me, like you do the free fall bit,
Yeah.
that I think is about 20 seconds, but it feels like longer. But you are you're like properly falling, and I think you reach optimum speed or what's it
terminal
called?
velocity.
Terminal velocity. I don't think
9.71
it
meters
takes
per second.
long, and then that ends by them pulling the cord.
Yeah.
There's a massive pull on your like crotch and where the straps are. And then you feel like, oh my God, that's your body like dying to still be going at that speed. And then it takes so long to float down, just intrusive thoughts. That felt like 15 minutes of intrusive thoughts of like,
You're like, shock.
what if this just snapped
You're dead.
and I just fell?
Yeah.
And then you go, I wonder what that feels like. Free fall without the parachute. Just knowing. Like there's an element of it.
Did you chat to the fella when you went down? Like, did you
Hopefully
try and
about
stay
this
on?
stuff.
Did you try and like
He was
stay?
rubbing his back. You know, like, mate, come on.
I feel like you've got to stay
I
on
think it's
side.
go
with it.
down.
Are there quicksand up here?
No, they were doing a lot of chat on the flight up, like, and I was with a woman it was her 60th birthday,
But you
and
felt
I think she'd had MDMA. She was flying,
Yeah.
Yoda.
but I've never seen anyone. There was just no fear. It's like she wanted it to go wrong. She's like, "It's my birthday. Oh, isn't this wonderful?" And so you get in there.
My husband is terribly dull.
I have nothing to live for anymore. Let's die in Shropshire.
My children failed.
So you get in, and it's like, oh, you're going to go up in the plane
Yeah.
now, and that's not passing any. It doesn't feel like it's had an MOT because you're in North Shropshire, and who's checking? And so you get in, and at one point there was like a window that looked a bit loose, and it just had like fucking Gorilla Tape on it. Never good. You sit back, and then the instructors who are going to be behind you, and you're clicked into them.
Yeah.
But there's like a setting where they go, now you're really clicked in. So you're sort of loose. So I'm sitting in between the legs of a dude. I can fit, he's behind me. It's very intimate. If I tried to reenact this with Laura, she would reject it instantly. It was so, and then the woman next to me is a 6-year-old mentalist. And she's between the crotch of a man, having
a
time.
of course she fucking is.
Oh, isn't it wonderful?
That's the only bit she was up there for.
Excited. I'm like, I've got GoPros everywhere. I've got an old dude who's like fucking Johnny RAF.
Yeah.
He fought in the Battle of Britain, so he's fine. And then a lid who's found out that we're doing this jump today, who's a
Stop.
patron of the podcast, has asked to come up, and he's just sort of watching me because he's like, oh, I love the podcast. So he's watching, and I'm trying to keep it like light. Oh, the only fun bit was when we were about 7 meters off the ground and I realised that I wasn't going to die. And to be fair, I'm lying, it was fun. But, and then we landed and she's like, oh,
Of course
I'd do it again.
She just just wanted to be held.
Yeah.
This woman just wanted a man to hold her,
hasn't
and I
been
respect
touched.
that. She's like, let's take it around again.
I think she gets touched wherever. I think she just turns up and just lives every moment in her life with that same level of joy.
So she should. I'm
Oh,
going
where
to.
the spoons? Oh.
I love that. I think there's something about that. Like when you get to a certain age and you're zero fucks given, and you're like, I'm just going to do what the fuck makes me feel alive and great.
Yeah, she'd quadruple dropped her HRT, and
Yeah,
she was
she's
fucking
just like
loving it.
You have this effect on women, like women in you do. You have this effect.
I
I told you
shagged
about
her.
this.
Oh, yeah, we listened to them all.
So, women of a certain age. Have I told you the story about how Dan Nightingale? It's Dan Nightingale's fault that my mum knows what pegging is.
Oh, why did you do it together?
Because she pegged me.
Oh, no, go on.
Tiny Bridget Preston, 68 years old, would like you to know that she came to watch Alexander's when we were both on. Do you remember I was emceeing? Harry
Oh, what a lovely woman. I forgot I met your mum. Yeah, she was
Well,
she
she
was a
hasn't
delight.
forgotten she met you. Neither have any of us. While I was emceeing, lovely Harry Stacchini was opening, and Dan was there just trying out some new stuff in the middle. Which is very funny, by the way. But one of his bits was about pegging. And my 68-year-old mother, who was on a bottle of rosé by this point, Harry came up to me after your bit, Harry Stacchini, who's just the world's sweetest, most like angelic boy.
We need to get Harry on. I don't.
He's gorgeous.
He's
He's a
not
gorgeous
honestly.
boy.
I've known Harry for. He's probably been doing it about 10
Oh, yeah?
years, maybe 8 years, and
As long as Adam.
my man has got so good.
Yeah, and he's lovely. He's just like a lovely,
Top
good
bloke,
guy.
great
But he's
comic.
like, he's not clean comedy, but he's like a clean cut guy. Like he's a good bloke. Like I absolutely like, he graced a few choirs in his childhood. Do you know what I mean?
It's in the same way that Shane Todd has got that like.
Angelic.
No,
Yes.
no, but like quite
Yes.
a measured person.
Yeah.
Even though like you can imagine Shane being quite a sensible 24-year-old.
He goes to bed
Precisely.
like 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
Sensible. They were
Harry,
prefects.
I think,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mate, Harry's lived a life. We saw him at Jungle with all his mates and his
Love that
ladies.
secret.
Go on.
He came over to me after dance and goes, and he was he's like, I have to tell you something. I had to have a chat with your mum because my mum was sitting next to him, and this tiny little woman comes up, after him. She goes, "Well, I've just found out what pegging is." And Harry Stacchini and I had to explain pegging to my mother and she comes and goes, "Harriet, did you know what pegging was?" I was like, I could take a stab in the dark, if you will. And she was like, she goes to me, "Do you think everybody in this room except me knows what pegging is?" I was like, "Well, you could go around and ask." I know. She is obsessed with it. On the way home, she called my dad, who was out with all the rugby lot. He was like, "Nick, do you know what pegging is?"
He
I was like,
does. The rugby lot.
Shut up! No, he doesn't.
Oh, he
No,
does.
he doesn't.
They all peg each other.
No, they don't.
With their real cap.
They're on tour.
And then she has dinner parties. My dad has told me she's gone to the room. Does everyone here know what pegging is? Like she's obsessed. The night before my brother's wedding, with this like lovely roof terrace, she's got his two best mates either side of her. She goes, "I know what pegging is." I was like, "Bridget, you've unleashed a pegger on the Preston family." She's like obsessed with it. She's just can't believe it. Can't believe she went all those years and had no idea what pegging was. So thank you so much for that.
I mean, it's one thing to know, and then it's one thing
She
to...
will never. She will never.
Nicholas!
She will die. She will die never knowing what that feels like. But
I had an irrational fear of buses knocking my arms off.
Right. Listen, it does make sense, but I'm giving it a small screech just because we've gone from Bridget Preston and pegging. Right, go on.
Because, you like to put your arm out when you're a kid. Don't do that, a bus will knock it off. And then now I'm like, a bus will just come and knock my arm off. You not got that?
Now, you're still like that.
Yeah.
How do you indicate?
If they want to do it. Indicate. Let me indicate it.
I'm an old school.
I haven't got a BMW, so I can.
But did you folks never tell you if you stuck your head out the window, then your head would come off as well?
Yeah, the buses see it and they just swerve and try
Swerve
and
and
knock
get it
kids'
off.
arms off. That's why I was scared of that.
That's fair.
And I've said this before, like Disney characters, like dressed up,
Yeah. Stop.
terrified the fuck out of me.
Still.
No, I'm fine because I know there's a person in it who I could go, "Hey, what are you doing?" But I thought they were just big,
Just massive.
emotionless, like couldn't speak, like whoa.
Well, it makes you fun of the people inside are also just big and motionless, like
Makes it even scarier then, doesn't it? Leggers.
perfect paedophile job, that one.
I've still got an irrational fear of Hindus, so that's not left me.
Right.
Don't
What, loads of
understand
women
it.
on a night out?
Don't-
or-
Hey! Shall we?
No context. Not like
No, but
I don't like Hindus.
No, I don't. Yeah, fine.
you know
Yeah.
the context if
Yeah,
you've
of
listened
course.
properly.
Yeah, segues are boring.
Let's have a break and we'll see you in 2. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Dan Nightingale and Hatty Preston from the Have a Word podcast. It's time to talk about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's NordVPN. Do you know what a VPN is,
I have
Hattie?
absolutely no idea, and I'm not just saying that.
Well,
actually. Yeah.
I am a bit of an expert.
You?
A VPN is a way where you just you can watch TV in a different country. It's amazing. You get on, you get your VPN set up, and then all of a sudden you're like, British Netflix sucks balls. What about Madagascar Netflix? Yeah,
Fucking yes.
exactly. And you know Madagascar Netflix, it's
on.
not just the films Madagascar.
It's not just Madagascar on loop.
No, it's good.
Get
and it's
out.
also privacy settings, it's safer. And who likes malware?
Not me.
Not I. Not I. So go to nordvpn.com/have-a-word and you can get an amazing deal. Sign up for 2 years with discounts. You get 4 months extra.
I can't wait to watch Madagascar Netflix, Dan.
You should do.
And fuck you, malware.
God, that had an aggressive tone. NordVPN. It's the best VPN. And we are back. If you're enjoying this episode of the Have a Word podcast, please sign up at patreon.com/haveawordpod to get shitloads of stuff. We have 29,500, we're maybe even at 30k by now. By the time this goes out, nearly 30,000 lids know the score. You get an extra episode every Wednesday. The exclusive, you get the early release of the public episode and a special, and also access to tickets firsthand. There's all sorts, isn't there?
If you want to see Hattie, she's recently done one of our most popular specials, the Roast of Have a Word 2. You can go and see where she's being nasty to everybody, but in a really good way.
I think one of our all-time most popular specials, and one of the biggest things we've ever done is out in February. It is the India special. My God.
Also, catch Mad That Mondays, which have started now.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Mad That Mondays have started. Episode 1 is out. Episode 2 should be out when this goes out, which will be with Greg Kading, the man who solved the Biggie and Tupac murders. You've got such guests coming up as Joe Exotic, live from prison, so don't miss it. Sign up for Patreon. It is public on Thursdays, but if you want early access, patreon.com.
You just become a lid VIP. Like I've got some New Bits nights, and I've only put them on Patreon. They get the priority.
They get priority for tickets. They essentially just get all the tickets.
Oh, Dan's Anthems is going to happen as well. Oh, it's so close to getting confirmed. This is very exciting.
What is it?
Adam's been doing these country all days.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago, I had the idea of doing a sort of day rave.
Yeah.
Because I really love dance music. I used to be a bit
dancer?
I used to be a dancer.
I knew it.
But then I got
you.
shin splints. And yeah, content where Bongo's Bingo is. It's going to be 2 till 9, some point in the spring, maybe early summer. I reckon it'll be about 20 quid a ticket. We're going to have Felix Leiter DJing, our very own Charlie. Johnny Bongo's going to do a DJ set. We're going to have our very own...
Don't take your own, Charlie. You're not allowed.
Okay. And I'm going to curate a DJ set. It's going to be like a fun party for people who haven't clubbed for a while. And if you've still got a social life and you like clubbing, it'll be a lid-based event. I cannot wait to announce that. And again, that will be announced on Patreon first.
I'm going to do one as well, but I'm going to let yours happen first.
Yeah, I think
You can do cars
that would be a
anthems.
bit eggy if you then announce
No, mine's going to be noughties and 90s pop party.
Oh, stop. I'm sorry, Dan. Yours sounds great, but come on.
Oh, they're all. But the thing is,
Fucking
I don't like
yes.
country music, and Adam's country all dayers
Yeah,
are
are
fucking
bangers,
class.
yeah.
So it's
My
gonna
day
be-
rave will be great. Yours, this is
Dressing up. It's going to be temporary tattoos, hair braids, pick and mix,
Hair mascara.
whatever you want. It's going to be a fucking big
I'm gonna wear
gay pop
flares.
party.
And again, all of these things will go on Patreon first.
I'm doing one symphonies from the 1800s.
oh,
we can have Beethoven in there.
Yeah,
Really
Beethoven.
love this.
And you'll have all
Be there
sorts.
as
You'll
well.
have hair braiding
Yeah.
and bum
Yeah.
licking.
When-
and-
Ruffle making.
Just you
Yeah,
wait
yeah,
for
yeah.
da-da-da-da. Everyone's got to go off.
Is Beethoven going to be there?
No.
Oh,
so keep your eyes
Can't
out.
tell
I'm going to
special
do a
guests ahead
very
of time.
offensive
Some
tribute.
fun
though.
events
That's
coming
fun.
up.
And also, am I allowed to say this? You can cut it if I can't. Will showed me some of the drone footage of your India special.
oh,
It is
yeah.
absolutely unbelievable.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
saying this because I'm an outsider and I'm not paid to do this. It looks unbelievable, lads.
Was it the 5-minute with
Yeah.
the song?
Was the one who
I
showed us at
showed
the
you,
wedding?
yeah.
Made Laura cry.
Oh my God.
Also, while you're here, Hattie, you have a podcast too, don't you?
Oh yeah. Kay gets very cross with me. I'm very bad at this. Yes, I also have a podcast.
What's your podcast called? Where
A
can
bit
you
much,
find
babe. It's me, myself, and Kay Nicholson, and our lovely producer Ben, who actually, this is really funny, You've Dan versus Food. We are finding out more and more that Ben has, more or less not tried any item of food in the world, actually. So there's something common there.
He's also never had sex, missionary.
He's never been on top.
That's missionary, isn't it? Yeah.
Right, yeah, sorry, yeah. Just for, the prudes out there.
He's never had sex on top. Like
in his defense,
the
he was like,
standard
he's always
move.
been a bit surprised when he's had sex, I think. Like, he's never been quite like,
Well,
do you
they've
know what I mean?
they've jumped in from
yeah,
another
he's
room.
always been a bit shocked that it's happening, I think. So he's never quite got his head in the game, but he's ready.
There's never just been like a, listen, I'll take control and then we'll roll over.
He's such a pure heart. I think he's just so delighted he's there. Do you know what I mean? Like, he's just so like,
He's like a boy pillow princess.
Yeah. Pillow
He just-
king. Pillow prince.
That sounds like a shot, doesn't it? Come to Ellesmere Port. I'm the pillow king. Pillow king.
2 for 1.
50% off or your money back. Yeah.
The wacky waving inflatable guy.
Where'd you find her?
Me?
The podcast.
Come on, babe. Come on.
Sorry,
Come on.
okay. It's on a Bit Much Babe podcast is the Instagram, and then it's on YouTube as well under Bit Much Babe.
Spotify, Instagram,
Spotify,
Twitter, all
Instagram,
the
yes,
Bit Much
yes.
Babe
I
pod.
really am not. Yes, and the Apple, yeah,
Now, Hattie, you're a woman.
yeah. Thank you, Dan. Thank
And
you
that's
so much.
a difficult thing to say. In 2024, you've got to be very careful
Sure
with that
is.
sort
Watch
of
your
stuff.
mouth.
But have you done Ix with us before?
I think we did, yeah, because
Oh, well, we're
when people
doing
write
them.
in, okay,
Yeah,
great, 'cause I love
concurrent.
that.
We'll do some Ix, ladies and gents. And Harry's going to do the jingle.
Jinkle.
Do
that jingle,
Little jingle,
it's a jingle, but it's racist. Go.
yeah.
Don't do it, Ray.
Dooba 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 dicks.
Oh, it's the one he did last
Dicks.
time. He's done the same one.
Dicks. I've got dicks on the brain, me.
We know.
Awesome. Dicks.
Gay.
There you go. It's great. I think that's the finished product, isn't it?
Dooba 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 dicks.
Lily says, I have an ick. Me and my fiance were having a conversation about if his mum was going to get drunk at our wedding. Oh, the pissed parents. And he said, unironically, well, that's a gibbon. He was adamant he was using the right phrase.
Gibbon.
Was it Russell Howard?
The tentative gibbon.
Gibbon the monkey. That's a gibbon.
Yeah.
I think he's just being
Yes.
cute, isn't he?
No, but people have those phrases that they
That's
get
a
wrong.
gibbon.
That's
No,
a
he-
gibbon.
You understand the phrases, that's a given, don't
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, cool. I say that's Shay.
Go on.
Shay given.
Yep.
Nice.
I like That's a Gibbon. I really like it. It's like I knew a guy back in school who, after Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, always used to say, "What the shell is going on here?" And I always really like that.
Ooh, was he cool?
Yeah,
Yeah.
to me.
I think it's one of those things where if you love
Yeah.
someone, you're like, oh, that's really adorable, isn't it? It goes, well, that's a gibbon. But if you think they're annoying, it could literally
Yeah.
push them over the edge.
Hopefully she's going to marry the guy, so hopefully there's an iota of goodwill still between
I
them.
think the worst one is like Elon Musk, like awesome sauce. I think I'd have to kick someone in the bollocks if they said that.
Awesome sauce. Richest man in the world. Awesome sauce.
Yeah, that's awesome sauce.
I used to say damp squid, like isn't like I thought that was the real thing, but all squids are damp.
Instead of
the whole
squid.
Yeah, but
time.
that's
Oh,
also
I'm
just
pretty
because
sure
you.
that is still a thing, though.
But that's because you just grew up having jellyfish thrown in your face, so you probably just got a little bit like waylaid by the whole thing.
It's a damn squid.
Damn squid. My one was he's the shit. Like, you know how people say he's the shit or she's the shit. She's the shits, and they were like, that's diarrhea. Like, that's not. It's singular. It's like
It's the shit.
he's the shit. So that doesn't mean what you think it means.
So what's this? She drunk at his wedding.
No.
She's not. She's not.
I love it how Carl never gets the whole information.
She's not.
If there's more than, if there's more than three
He's-
lines,
he-
Carl's like, what? Who's she said on what?
She said, "Is your mum gonna get drunk at the wedding?" And he said, "That's a
Oh, the ick is that's a given.
Yeah.
Not his mum getting drunk.
That's what I was gonna say. That's the
That's
thing.
an ick as well, though. Why's your mum bladdered at the wedding?
Oh, that happens.
You can't stop him.
No, but you can. I think you can.
I think fucking
you should as well.
Susie Reigler is going to be fucking pie-eyed,
gold.
mate.
No.
Wait till I talk to her about pegging.
yeah, wait.
Tom says, ick. My girlfriend Soph grew up using toothbrushes. The ones that play a song so you know how long to brush your teeth for.
Sick. I had
She's
one.
now 26 and still plays Black Eyed Peas, Let's Get It Started, every time she brushes her teeth.
That's not the real. Does she play the actual version?
Yeah.
As in, like, the
R
real
word.
version? Do you know what the real version is?
version.
Yeah, it's our word.
And the beat keeps coming.
No, that song
Let's
is not
get-
called Let's Get It Started. That song is called
Let's get
Retarded.
R-worded and high.
That is the explicit version. Let's Get Retarded by Black Eyed
He's
Peas.
doing it. saying it.
So it does matter which one she's playing actually,
Pause.
because if she's
Are you sure?
yes,
I am.
Yes.
105%.
We've all gone, yeah.
Let's get
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
That is the actual song. And they had the beat.
Don't pull that face.
Yeah.
well they did.
I kind of get that. That'd get you up when you're brushing your teeth.
Yeah,
That would get you like, yeah.
You go to bed though, probably. You don't need to fucking get up unless you're getting up.
I still can't decide 15 years later if the Black Eyed Peas were fucking quality or absolute
Band of the
morons.
Generation. No, so good.
2 of them were good.
Yeah.
The other 2 were
What were
kind
the
of
other
there,
two called?
Oh,
The
they've
rapper
got
guy.
silly names.
The rapper guy, like John I.R. or something.
John I.R.
One of them was Mexican, wasn't he?
Yeah.
it's all right. They're allowed in as well.
Yeah,
They're
but
allowed to sing, Harry. Jesus.
Apple Diap and Taboo.
Yeah.
What?
Good.
Apple Diap and Taboo.
Is Will.i.am's
which
name
one was the Mexican one?
I hope so, yeah.
Because that's
Yeah.
sick if it is.
Yeah.
Maybe, you just can't say it right.
Will.i.am.
I will lie.
That's why he wrote that song.
The Maccabees on the Live Lounge doing Boom Boom Pow
Yeah,
is one of my favourite ever Live Lounge. And it's up there with the Arctic Monkeys doing
Love Machine.
Love Machine.
Yeah.
Hell of a
Because
That's the best
Alex Turner laughs during it because he's like, this is so fucking stupid. And they're having such a...
So great.
And the lead singer of the Maccabees has a giggle in the like... And they try and do it in this like... Boom, boom, pa, your chicken jack my style. I hear that
So
come
good.
with a... You want... The lyrics are so insane.
I have a question.
But it's good.
That's it. But I have a question. I'm pretty sure, isn't that where Amy Winehouse's Valerie started off?
Yeah,
It was
it's a
Live
Live
Lounge. It was a Live
Lounge,
Lounge
yeah.
one, and then it was just so like fucking
And the
nuts. good.
Zootons recently did Amy Winehouse back.
They did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're back to black.
Fucking ace.
like
I think she's a
Kendrick and
legend,
Drake.
this Sophie, by the way. This
Bit
tooth.
one-sided.
Sorry. No, I did it again.
No, you're right, Hattie.
no, that
you
was-
were right.
No, it wasn't.
No,
No, it was.
The offside was mine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not yours,
VAR'd it. Okay. Can I say I think Sophie with the toothbrush is a legend? I just really think that.
We have a song from Dougie. I don't know if you're aware of...
Teach me how to Dougie.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
Dougie.
what the kids love it. Oh, the bitches love it. Teach me how to Dougie. Teach me how to Dougie. The teeth are fucking yellow, but my God, they've got some fucking moves. So Dougie's it's a cartoon on CBeebies.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. From the
You know.
Yeah.
Dougie.
That's bad.
It's Alexander Armstrong, isn't it?
It's Alexander
Yeah,
Armstrong.
yeah. He's great.
Yeah, and they have a toothbrush song, and it's like dun 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 diddle 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 dun, brush your teeth diddle 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 do for 2 minutes diddle diddle diddle, and there'll be a lot of
That
parents.
feels quite on the nose.
That feels like a Harry jingle.
Yeah.
A doo ba doo ba doo ba doo ba doo ba
Yeah,
doo. Brush
so
your
that's what
teeth.
the kids sometimes.
I love that.
The kids sometimes brush their teeth to that Dougie. 2
Yeah, but
minutes.
you've got to start doing the Black Eyed Peas instead. That is more fun.
Yeah. The OG.
Let's get. Daisy says, my boyfriend always gets a Happy Meal every time we go to Mackey's. He even keeps the toys.
Oh, yeah.
That's pathetic.
Is he on
Yeah.
the spectrum? Is he doing it for the toy?
Not relevant.
Is he getting it started up in here?
What have you got in the book? I think I respect the
you
toy
boo,
more.
You boo the book.
Yeah.
You get books now?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can-
you do.
That's
yeah,
cool.
yeah, sometimes.
Nah, throw it in their face.
Yeah.
You want a toy?
In whose face?
The Mackey's worker's face.
Jellyfish.
No one on this podcast likes Mackey's.
I was once shagging a guy who had like Disney like toys in the corner of his room, like Disney like memorabilia, like either like cuddly toys or whatever. But like no, but that's one. And this was like
Woody?
in his bedroom, and I was like, this is. He was like a grown man.
It's not adding to the moisture, is it?
It's not adding to it. It's
Oh,
not at all.
good. Oh, my God, you love Moana.
Oh, no, we can't have Moana.
Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, no, it terrifies me.
Yeah.
Oh, no, Lilo and
I
Stitch.
don't think any man who has driven his lady down to Mackey's and then ordered a Happy Meal has been sucked off in that car park.
No.
No
On
one-
that, ladies, if you are sucking men off in McDonald's car parks, just have a small think. Just have a little chat with yourself. But
What?
No. It's I'm not to judge.
What are you doing?
Happy Meal or no Happy Meal?
Order!
No, Dan in a McDonald's.
When you're 18 and you've got your first girlfriend and
It's what
And you
Vauxhall
take her to
courses were
McDonald's?
made for.
fucks up my Peugeot 106. I got noshed off.
What's the sexiest Mackey's meal you can get if you are going to get
if
noshed
you wanna
off
get noshed off in the car park?
Like chicken selects.
Carrot sticks.
Apple pie.
Carrot.
Shove 'em
Look at him, he's
down.
watching his health.
Fillet of fish.
I was going to say fillet fish shows a certain disregard and
Hides the odour.
hatefulness. Yeah.
Jay. Anonymous.
Perfect.
My boyfriend made a sex playlist filled with sexy songs and R&B, and for some reason added Love Shack. Pussy went dry. Thank you, anonymous lady.
That's great.
We can get
Yeah, but that from fucking Drake to that, the transition is quite jarring.
Yeah, Boys to Men to Love Shack.
Marvin's
Ooh.
Room.
The B-52s.
Yeah.
And then they did the theme song for the Flintstones film.
Yeah.
And they changed the name to the BC-52s.
Okay. Okay.
Wow.
Hello.
What's your best songs you've had in a sex? Have you made a sex playlist? Anyone? Any boys?
His is Beethoven.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Of course. Yeah.
I do Champagne Supernova, mate.
You do not fuck
don't.
to Oasis.
I don't, obviously.
Apart from
Loud
fucking in the
Over?
bushes.
Pardon?
When we got together, she was I used to go to a student accommodation.
Yeah.
And they would be music on, so now that music is now synonymous with us getting together.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Lana Del Rey on it.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a bit
fair.
sad.
No, like
We-
video games. I mean, it's still like, sexy.
It is a bit.
We would have been
it
at the
is a
point where,
bit.
because
Her voice is sexy.
Yeah.
my first boyfriend made me a CD, made a CD with like songs that he'd put on it, like
CD.
CD.
Mum was
Dan.
making tapes, bro.
Was it?
I lost my virginity to Snap Rhythm as a Dancer.
Yes, bitch. Of course
That's
you
a good
did.
rhythm to go to.
It's always nice to have a cancer reference within the song you're losing your virginity to.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I didn't
yeah.
lose my virginity to music.
Just silence
I lost mine
You
to the
psychopath.
2016 Olympics.
at the 2016
No,
Olympics.
the 2016 Olympics was on the telly.
In the village.
What event?
What have you done?
to, an
It's the taekwondo.
to an absolute shot putter. Oh,
Taekwondo.
no.
It was to cover the noises. That's the taekwondo sound. The kick in it.
Did they... Hey!
Yeah.
That's what was going on while
Did
you were
they say-
using
did
a
they
I
say-
went to school
did
with
they
the
do the
girl who
shout?
won silver
Yeah.
medal in the taekwondo.
Turned out real loud.
Back. Bianca walked in.
I lost my virginity while we were watching the film Boys in the Hood,
Yes.
which I think is why I like black guy porn now.
Yeah.
Is that why you're circumcised?
Whoa, he's knocking us a big boy.
Vegan, Harry. Vegan.
Osmosis, it were.
Oh, man.
I'd love a takey backy on that one.
Whoa.
I think that's God. Taekwondo though. Good bitch.
That was a
Good
beautifully.
bitch.
It was the women.
Okay, Finn.
Yeah,
it's
you're not gay.
Yeah, but why is that relevant? You were having sex with a woman as well, weren't you?
Yeah.
So she wasn't into taekwondo women, was she?
I was. I wasn't looking at her. I was looking at the telly.
Jessica Davies says, just a quick ick, lids. My partner can't drive, me neither, so no shade on that part. However, whenever we have an argument, he loves to storm out of the room and shout, I'm going for a drive to clear my head. In reality, he's going upstairs to play Forza 4 on his Xbox, which he believes is the exact same as going for an actual drive. I don't know if I'm just being overly dramatic, but it makes me respect him less as a man.
Yeah, but as a legend, I respect him loads.
What other game? Because I'm going for the shoot and that kills people on Call of Duty.
I
So
hope he has the steering wheel. I hope he's got the full setup
It
and he's
sounds
not
like
just
he
using
does,
the
you know.
remote.
That's an ick, innit?
It is, but it's funnier for this situation.
I
Yeah.
actually love this. I'm going for a drive and you just go upstairs. That's great.
When I
Going
see
around
the
Monza.
dudes with they've got the hydraulic setup, and they've literally, and they've got the wheel, they've got the pedals.
Oh, don't.
and
Not into that, no?
Oh, I once got cheated on by an ex with Gorbash the Iron Hand from Skyrim. Did any of you play Skyrim?
He cheated on you with a
Yeah.
person in a...
You get it, don't you? Of course you do, you little fucking nerd. You little creep. I woke up one night, we just started going out and we were in that lovely space. You know when you've just started with someone, you just like, I thought, can't get enough of each other. Woke up middle of the night, completely by myself in his bed. Went into the other room and he was playing Skyrim. So he waited till I'd fallen asleep to go back in and play Skyrim. Gorbash the Iron Hand was like his wife for the first year of our dating life.
Oh, you stayed with this guy?
Oh, you were a Skyrim widow?
Yeah, I'm a Skyrim widow. I lost him to Skyrim. He would literally leave me in bed to go and play Skyrim. I find it the biggest ick in the world.
Oh, God.
That's my story. Fuck Gorbash the Iron Hand. I don't even know what she looks like. What does she look like? She better be hot.
get
I'm gonna
Gorbash
say
up.
she's got tits.
Oh, shut up, Carl. They're coming.
That wasn't a slam, by the way.
Gorbash the Iron
He's
Hand
a guy.
is a giant male orc.
He's a guy.
Rough one. So he was
I
gay.
got cheated on by... Oh, I could have told you that, Dan. I got cheated on by a giant male orc.
By the way, I wasn't slamming your tits.
I
there,
would.
Hattie.
So you won't be the first
don't.
person, Carl.
Patreon.com/have-a-word-pod.
Or the roast.
Yeah. I meant usually these characters have got big
All
boobs.
right,
do,
Cole. You don't
don't
have to.
they?
It's all right. It's all right.
He has got a battle axe, to be fair.
Oh yeah.
You don't have a battle axe.
I'm one though.
Whoa.
Gotcha.
Lewin
Yeah.
Jones says, all right, Lids, I have a nick for you. I went on a few dates a few weeks ago. I went on a date a few weeks ago with a posh bird. It went well, and we went back to hers.
Can't believe he's messaged in. Embarrassing.
After the shag, shag seems a little
She
outdated.
said I was shagging a man.
No,
Did I
that
say
sounds.
shagging?
Yeah.
Thanks.
After the shag, she rolled over and said, "Oh my golly gosh, that jiggy jiggy was great. I have never wanted to leave somewhere faster."
That'd do it for me, though, I think.
Like, in a sexy way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it would as well.
Think about which posh
I'm not
though. Is she
having that.
southern
How
posh?
is she?
That's fucking posh. That.
That's
Oh
it.
my golly gosh, that
Golly
jiggy
gosh,
jiggy
that jiggy jiggy was great.
Oh my gosh.
I'm into that.
That's someone whose parents are gonna fucking hate
You
you.
really like tuck
Even
me.
when they die.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah,
I mean.
man.
It's class.
Really rattled my bones that time.
My goodness me.
See, that I'm into that.
Yeah.
Do you have a different personality when you're hanging
Yeah.
around posh people?
I don't think so. I think because I sort of had that phase in my life, like at school, and I just haven't been back there since ever. Like I'm not. That was such a like.
Did you go to St.
chapter.
Trinian's?
A lot like it.
Yeah. That feels
We
like...
were real,
yeah.
like, well-educated sluts, like real slutty bunch.
Keep going.
Yeah. So like, when we were like very short skirts,
kids,
like
that.
mad eating disorders, like beautiful stuff. And so yeah, but I'm not really in that. I just don't know any of those people really anymore. So
How are
no.
you with posh bit? I go more northern and working class.
Yeah.
It's like I think a defense mechanism to sort of, when they're like, oh my God, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't even try and get on that wavelength. So I find myself
Yeah, 'cause you're proud
like
of where you're
leaning into the.
You do
The
when you
other
go
way.
away.
It's the opposite. It's if I go out like I'm a bit of a social chameleon for like
Yeah.
adapting to surroundings and being like, oh, this is what you're like, this is what we'll do. But I can't do it with if I've ever done a corporate gig and they're like rah 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 rah, and at uni I cannot do that. There's like an inbuilt like defense mechanism where I'm like, I can't even pretend.
We had one recently. Do you remember we were out not long ago, just after Christmas, and there was a
Oh, wow. I saw this willy.
what? That must have been after I left.
I saw someone's willy genuinely within 10 seconds of meeting him.
You are fit though.
Isn't that insane?
But he
What
was
happened?
so posh, wasn't he?
Was he
Just
a
that,
dog
like-
that was pleased
So,
to see you?
I can tell a story. It was at a place, and there was a guy, and
Right, yeah, you can tell the story if you're being that vague. You can tell the story.
Don't sound like me
So
and
it
Carl have
was
been
within my
doing
life.
crime.
he was super like, yeah, I'm from the home counties.
He was
Yeah.
coked up to his fucking eyeballs. Like,
This is a Hublot, yeah, but he was playing on it,
yeah.
and he was taking the piss out of Adam, not knowing that Adam was now then going to absolutely fucking destroy him.
Destroy him.
So Adam destroyed him, and then this guy was like, oh, let's go outside and get a picture. And Adam went, I'll get Carl, and Carl will further destroy him. So we went outside, and this guy quickly realised it was me, Adam, Will, and this home counties cunt. He'd gone to the bottom of the pecking order, which he's not used to.
No.
So he went, you look like a good-looking version of my ugly mate. I'll go and get him. I was like, oh, what he's doing is he's trying to bump himself up, put his mate to the bottom.
He's anchor manning. He's
This
getting more
guy
wanted.
sounds like hard
Yeah.
work.
So we got
with
his,
Danny was a lot.
Where does his dick get out?
I'll tell you in a minute. So we got his mate, and he's like, he looks like an ugly version of you. And I went, he's a better looking lad than you. And you can see he just went, oh, I'm still at the bottom. But then he went, let's get a picture. And as we were getting a picture, he just took his pants off, like behind the camera. You're like, hey, look at me cock.
But they all do. Posh boys all
God, where
love
the
showing each other's.
fuck was this?
I can't tell
No way,
you.
you weren't invited.
Oh, I've got it.
A polo club.
You not just figured it out? Where were you not invited?
It was.
Well, you weren't invited, then you just didn't want to go.
Oh.
The Santa Dash.
Yes. It was in a mosque.
Baby came over to me and just goes, I never want to see that man again. Just flat out. I was like, no. He was a lot.
And you saw his
He was a
cock.
lot.
I saw his willy. And
Yeah.
he went, yeah, show everyone my willy.
But they love showing you their willies, posh boys.
Oh my
I've
God,
seen
yeah.
there's just so many.
It's rugby, innit?
Yeah, so I used to go out with the moment for me, president of the Durham Rugby Club. Thank you.
How old was he?
Thanks. No, I know at uni, Durham University. We were.
Oh, I think you meant like the presidents of like.
Christ,
they meant
no.
like
I mean, I'm not
60.
above it, but haven't.
The old boy from the club.
Yeah,
Like the pro.
And I sucked off the groundskeeper.
because I'm a good girl who works hard.
Jesus. Why did that do something for me? Go on.
I should do. I saw All of them, all of their willies, every time we went out, all of them, they just get them out. They just get them out. It's kind of, I don't know. What is
Your dad
that?
likes rugby?
Huh?
Your dad likes rugby?
My dad was a rugby player, yeah. So
Now he's
I
into
think-
pegging.
Now he's into pegging, yes. This is a natural transition.
Jake says, ick, seeing someone checking their eggs in the supermarket before putting them in the basket or trolley.
It's a fucking ick. That's just a way of
You
life.
have to. You have to check your eggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not for Jake. He lives on the edge.
The other day,
list?
Tanika did this, and she went, "I want these eggs, like the bigger ones."
Yeah.
And she went, "I checked them," and she took it out and then dropped it on the floor. And I went, "Yeah, that's gone, hasn't it?" I went, "I'll check the eggs." She just went, "Oh."
Wait, did you put that carton of eggs back?
No, I went to the guy, mate, someone's dropped an egg here.
Oh, question about those. Do you ever go open the eggs and there's a feather attached to one of
Love
them?
it. Makes it feel more real.
Right?
Yeah.
Like you were at a farmer's market in Asda.
Yeah. It makes it feel like it's come from a chicken's ass.
What if it was its last feather? I always worry about the
Not
condition of
bald.
What?
He's just concerned about other bald chickens.
We got it.
That could have been the last thing that he was holding on to.
You've got to check your eggs. What? You don't buy eggs, so you don't know this, but
I do buy eggs.
you open the
For
carton. and
Laura
check.
when she asks for eggs, and then I always
Do
have
you
to check them
check?
because
Yeah.
I'll be the con. You didn't check it.
You've got it. I mean, I don't think I've ever checked anything broke, though.
Beck says, watching your grown-ass boyfriend struggle to get into the sea on holiday whilst you're sat on the beach, watching him slip on the little stones, and then him turning around to give a triumphant wave once he's actually managed to get into the sea.
Stephen Wolford behind the camera is pathetic at this. In a swimming pool, he's like, oh. I don't like it because no one does, but I'll jump in.
Jump in, always.
And be like, it's gone in 10 seconds.
The getting on it in the sea's different because
It
it
is.
takes long. You have to
Fall
do
in.
that thing. Yeah, I
Yes.
know, but if you misjudge that and the tide's a bit, you know what I mean? Like it can be quite shallow. So you've got to. The best way to do it is just to look like I'm going to do a mad run where you have to get your feet up and then jump in at the last
Yeah,
minute.
that's what I mean.
Anything apart from that
They watch
does
it.
get a bit like.
But you understand for men, like, legs is fine, and then when it gets to an area...
It's the same, babe. It's the same. As soon as it's over your fan, you're in.
Oh, no, getting them in is the worst part.
Yeah.
Oh, is
yeah.
it the same?
Same
Oh,
with the girls. As soon as your vag is in, it's mad about getting your vag in.
Yeah, flaps first.
Get the vag in.
Yeah, get
Stone
the-
Island.
Last one.
Getting the vag in before Finn runs out to use the loo.
Last one. This is from Anonymous. My bird of 5 years has started drinking the remainder of the curry after our Chinese. Gives me the ick.
What? Is she Bernard Manning? What the fuck?
Oh, sorry,
Alan
it just
Brazil.
said, my girlfriend is Bernard Manning.
Wait, but like out of the Tupperware, like doing like the corner bit, like drink.
You get bread, and that's for dipping.
Yes.
That's the dipping curry. That's disgusting.
Okay, can we discuss the word drinking though? Because if she's doing it with a spoon and eating it like curry soup, like
No,
I can
think
kind of.
drinking makes
She puts it in
sound
like a mug.
Blech.
Like Michael
It's
Van
just a
Gogh.
foreign soup.
It is really.
Yeah.
It's quite viscous.
Now I'm
though,
thinking
Okay.
about it. It'd be
I love
quite
the
nice.
Hattie, you can jump in.
No, I
No
just want to
hands
ask the
required.
question. Okay, but what is it the same? Are we being xenophobic? Is it the same as drinking the milk at the bottom of the cereal bowl when you've finished?
But that's a private thing, isn't it? You know?
Sorry, have I gone too
What did,
far?
what did Adam say the other week?
That's between me, God, and the fridge.
Me, God, and the fridge. Mwah. God, I fucking...
No,
Mate,
you don't
me
drink curry.
eating cornflakes is a communal thing.
Yeah.
Get
Do
up,
you like your cornflakes? Do you put the
drink them on my
do you
own if I
put
want.
the lube on and then eat quick, or do you like them to be soggy?
No, I like so quick.
Do you put the what?
The milk.
Do you put the milk? All right.
It's just lube, innit, for you?
I don't
No,
lube
it's,
up my corn.
it's just lube for the crunchy. Yeah.
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 But you put it on and you like the crunch.
Yeah.
The thing is about eating them immediately. You get that one way. It's not even had time to soak in a little bit.
Dead hard.
So it's the milk and the cornflake, and that's a. But by
scratches
the
your
end
mouth
of the
a bit,
bowl,
doesn't it?
you get the soft one.
Oh, I
The people
love
who
nailing
leave it
when
too
it's
long.
fresh.
But do you then drink the milk in the bottom
Yeah,
of the bowl?
of course. Well, I'll do it with a spoon as much as I can,
Yeah.
and then I'll just finish it. Yeah.
So is that the same then? Is this?
No, you can't drink curry.
Imagine.
You can drink milk outside.
Yeah,
the
you're right. You
cornflakes.
couldn't drink a cup of curry.
Imagine
Can I have
finishing a
cup of
chicken
curry?
tikka
Yeah.
boona in one of the metal rectangle thing, and then just being like,
Slice your
"Oh,
mouth
there's
open."
loads of good sauce left."
Right.
Nasty.
Here's the
Get
thing.
that
It is
turn
wrong,
around.
and you shouldn't do it. But I get it.
Probably tastes good.
Yeah.
If you're by yourself, you're saying I
She
probably
sounds
would.
like
Yeah,
an
yeah,
absolute quarterback. Good on her.
She is.
She could start for Durham Rugby Club.
Also,
Yeah,
empty
she's
everything
pretty
onto the
good.
plate. Everything. Don't leave anything, and then you
Oh
eat.
no, I disagree with you there.
You're not that kind of guy.
When we get a curry,
Yeah.
we'll get like a couple of bits of meat out, a bit of sauce, and then leave the rest in the little tray until you need it.
And
I
they put
feel
it back in the fridge.
I feel like it keeps...
Do you eat it again, though?
I feel like it keeps it warmer in there than on the plate where it goes colder.
He is right.
Did you not just throw that in the bin though?
No. Then when it's time for more...
No, I
just do
understand
little
that.
servings.
Yeah, but
I don't
I'm saying-
just empty a curry out
I feel
of
like
the...
she's made the food and then gone back and gone, I'll just
drink
nail
Well,
that.
she's
Tray.
eaten everything out of it and then gone, there's some good sauce there.
The sauce.
All this talk of
Get that
food's
in the
getting
table.
me hungry.
Oh, well, I've set myself up for this. Is there a Dan versus food?
There is a Dan
Press the
versus
button,
food.
Dan.
It is fucking Harry.
Hattie, your role here is Adam, and you have to introduce this section.
Right.
Fantastic.
So
Do you want me to
talk
do
you
the
through it.
jingle?
Let's do the jingle.
As Adam as he currently is.
Dan versus food.
So you need to basically say Dan is a pathetic old man who can't eat.
Oh, don't say that, Harry.
Dan,
'cause
I would
that's
never. Dan, I would
cunty
never.
beyond all belief.
Dan is a man who is always curious and always trying to self-better. So today, he's going to new me it and try some food that he might previously have been judgy about, but today isn't going to be at all.
Yeah, Carl's was
Are you?
better.
So you've got, what we've got here are Quorn cocktail sausages.
Non-branded.
We've gone for a
We can't brand
vegetarian.
it. Is that a brand? Of course it is.
Oh yeah, can you show the camera, please,
You
Hattie?
said you can't brand them.
Yeah, it's fine.
We've gone for a vegetarian smorgasbord of
So this is
fake
meat
meats.
replacement.
Yeah.
Can you,
So you don't-
show
you
the
don't
camera, please?
Fridge Raiders, meat-free, tasty bites of chicken, but it's not chicken. It's meat-free.
There is a meat-free
Other options are
pepperoni.
available.
Vegerami.
And then this sort of like, honestly looks like quite well-used labia.
Oh, well used.
And well,
start
NYC
with
deli
that one.
pastrami.
That's fit, by the way.
Well used labia.
Yeah.
And then this sort of just looks a bit like Billy Bear ham but without any teddy bears on it. So Applewood smoked ham. Gosh, nice.
Bear ham
And then this
fire.
is a vegetarian sausage roll.
Vegetarian.
Was that from? Am I allowed to say
It's
that?
no, it's a Walls one.
Right, okay, fine.
I think that's the headliner.
So this is all. You can eat all this as a veggie or a vegan.
Yeah.
So it's
Now
all
Great.
here's
Both.
what's fun about this. I don't eat some of the real stuff.
That's what we thought. So we thought you might prefer the vegetarian
exactly.
stuff.
Do you need the knife, Dan?
Am I being a special type of spanner? I can't get in there.
Black-eyed pea.
Okay, we're going to start with the corn.
Corn.
Do you like cocktail sausages anyway?
No.
Oh, they're great. All in.
That does look like a little pig's dick, doesn't it?
But it's not. It's not real.
Oh, that's a small bite. He's scared.
Dan, just remember, it isn't an animal. It's just...
Oh, that's all right.
Yeah, it's sound, isn't it?
Does it make it better that it's not an animal?
Hattie's
Okay.
given.
Oh, maybe this wasn't there.
Hattie, do you like normal cocktail sausages?
We've
Not the cocktail sausages.
Hey.
The problem is the smell coming out of this labia packaging.
Oh, right,
I can't
okay.
really.
We've timed this beautifully for Hattie, haven't we? Right.
That's all right. That's just,
God.
that was fine.
Give me the labia.
So cocktail sausage done.
like-
Audio listeners, go over
So
and
what's
check
this
out
one,
on
Dan?
YouTube.
What's it called? I can't remember.
It's called The Lady That Skydived With Me.
This is like bean pastrami.
Yeah,
essentially.
bean, NYC pastrami.
NYC deli pastrami.
Remember, it's not
style
animals.
slices.
It's
not-
just
none of it's-
plants.
New
so
York
shiny.
labia.
Oh, it's the Vajagul.
Yeah, vegetable.
Oh, he's confused. De Niro's back.
We do.
Oh,
It's appropriate for New York.
my brain
pastrami.
doesn't know.
Okay, can I ask?
My
Try
brain
that.
doesn't know what's happening.
I know, but mine, because the smell
No,
doesn't
he
match
has
up
to
with the
taste
thing.
it. He has to taste it.
That's
Oh.
the issue I'm having with it, and I don't even care. This smell doesn't match the thing.
It's like I'm eating plasticine.
I know.
Dan, does it help that you know it's not animal? Genuinely.
I don't give a fuck about animals.
gonna say-
No,
he's
no. What I mean is,
Fuck the shit.
Like, you're not
I'd
like-
rather it was guinea pig.
you're not seeing the process of it being made to that. You know it's. Does that help?
Oh no, I don't have any ethical problem with the.
No, not ethical, but like, oh, this is like a pig's foot. Like you can
Oh no,
imagine it.
there's-
I mean,
that very rarely registers
really?
with me. Jack Finnegan's birthday with that smoked fucking bass
the
or whatever.
deep-fried sea bass. Oof.
They put the fish, the whole fish, on the fucking plate. On the lazy Susan.
They kind of open it,
and
don't
it
they?
just swims
Yeah.
around gradually, being destroyed by all the fatties on the fucking
It
table.
was so sexy. Do you want to see it?
It had deep fried lips.
I know they do because we came back from China and they say the way they serve them is like, look, this is what the fish would have looked like at its most full, and you're like, oh god.
That's so weird. That
Okay, but now try this. This is the one that's I'm sure it's delicious.
Applewood smoked ham slices,
Except they're not ham.
but vegan.
Dan, yeah, they're vegan.
That one looks the most like meat.
Smell it, babe.
Yeah.
Go on. You got it.
You can do this.
Again.
Fine.
Loves it, doesn't he?
God, he's changed.
He's a vegetarian.
He's a vegan,
Am I
yeah.
vegetarian?
You know what? Maybe you're a veg.
I love the labia more.
I reckon this is going to be great. I actually think
It is
that really
nice.
will
I-
be. I don't
I
think
spat mine out in the bin when I had it before.
It's the spice. Oh, oh, whoa.
What happened?
Oh, texture.
That's what you
Texture?
said.
Get us a bin.
It's a pepperami.
Get us a bin.
They are quite sweaty.
Quickly.
Oh, you can't mix these up. This isn't like Robinson's cordial.
That's exactly what you said, wasn't it? Texture.
It's
That wasn't even the pepperoni yet.
Can you mix Robinson's cordial together?
I've never thought about it, but you
Does it
definitely
feel?
could.
Is it
You should
texture
know.
different in your mouth? Because it doesn't feel like it will be a different texture.
Have you never
think I've just got tism.
done the orange and blackcurrant mix? Oh, I've
Patty,
got-
a lot of people are going to be screen recording what you just did.
Hi, morning, Harry. Does it taste different in your mouth? Still, it feels about the same.
With that in your hand as well.
touching the end of it. Yeah.
Have you had bigger?
Is that a good size for a penis?
Not in recent memory.
Length or girth?
Just out of interest, lengthwise, is that a decent size for a penis?
I think you'd be a little bit like.
Would you? Great.
It's all about girth.
He's going to like this one.
Yeah.
The,
Just a meat stick.
No, but it's not.
Wait, which is the bit you spat out? The applewood. That one. Yeah.
Oh, that's so dry.
It's not nice.
It needs mayo.
Well, I didn't have a minute to work on it. So.
Oh, no. Oh, no, actually, I'm warming up to this.
Yeah.
yeah, it's the spicy veggerami.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously. It's the
Sometimes they-
Catalina wine mix.
Yeah. Sometimes they grow on you, Dan. What can I tell you?
They grow in you.
Is it better now?
Oh, yeah, easy. Yeah.
Right,
Monday night. there you
Fake
go.
fridge raiders.
Now, these are great, but they are sweaty.
Yeah, and actually they feel like.
Yeah, the real ones are sweaty.
So my kids eat the real
Yeah, they're great.
refrigerators and they smell so pungent.
Yeah.
No, they stink.
Yeah,
They're
they
good. I
do.
like them.
Because they've been like vacuumed for such a long time.
Yeah, they're like in date for like 10
What's the
years.
colour of the inside then?
Oh, he's skipping.
Oh,
Coming up. Show us the colour of the inside.
oh, he's got. Oh, whoa.
That sounds really aggressive, doesn't it?
Sorry, colour of the
Shows the
inside.
colour of the inside.
Oh! What was that? Where did that come from? Was it the
No.
word inside?
No, not for you. That's absolutely fine.
Nice.
like it. I don't
And
like it.
final one.
I'm going to say what I always said to the kids I
walls.
nannied. I just respect that you're trying things.
Oh my God, my mum said that to me.
Yeah. Sorry.
And she
Always, that
died.
was always my thing. I don't mind if you don't like it. I just want you to try it.
You didn't do it, Hattie.
This actually feels like it could be all right.
He doesn't like normal sausage rolls.
All right. Why?
How long is this set? This has gone on too long. This.
Just get it in your mouth.
Stop getting 9 things. Just 3 of these would have been good.
Good lad.
Oh, I can already tell the pastry's soggy. That's a no.
It needs to be crunchy, doesn't it? Like crispy.
Oh,
Flaky.
Yeah.
that's a
crispy.
better reaction than you had to the Greg's
Go
normal
on,
sausage roll.
baby.
He's a fan.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh,
He's doing the poo face.
Yeah.
that's not bad.
Okay.
That's not too bad.
Apparently, and I know we're not allowed to. We'd have
The Greg's
everyone
vegan
says
ones
the
are
Greg's
nice, yeah.
vegan one is actually delicious. Like vegan or no vegan, it's fucking delicious.
Yep.
So that's something for you going forward.
That's
Try
all
that.
right.
Give us a rating.
I'll give you the scores.
Please don't bring that thing over to me again.
Corn cocktail sausages, 6.
Ooh.
That was all right.
Okay.
It was all right. And if you're like, oh, you could fucking eat these. If I was hungry enough, I'd smash all of this. But the
Labia?
6-year-old labia, not for me. Doesn't know what it is. Busy. It's like plasticine that's been dropped on the floor and dried a bit.
What's the rating?
Applewood's 4. Applewood smoked ham, 4. But when you mix those together, 2.
Right.
Yeah.
This is a wrong un.
Veggerami.
3. I'm going to go 7.
We've missed one. Sorry,
Really?
we've missed one.
Oh, when you haven't done the
Fridge
veg-
raiders.
the
Not
meat-
into it.
No.
4.
Don't chuck him in the bin. I'll have him. Are we
Finn, we'll
into
buy
it?
you another packet.
Now, can we go and have lunch somewhere I actually like?
Nando's.
Nice. Oh, see you in a bit. Hello, everyone. Dan and Carl here.
Hey.
Time to talk about our absolute favourite sponsor. It's Manscaped, the very best in below-the-belt men's grooming, but also
Above the neck.
good for your face, good for your head.
Well, they call it the dome.
The Dome Shaver Pro.
Yep.
This is that new thing. Now, I wonder, with the Dome Shaver, which one of the team here at Have a Word is going to take the lead in advertising it?
I'm going to go with you, Dan.
Oh, yeah, it's the
You have
baldy,
the
isn't it?
smoothest dome of all.
Oh, my God, this feels ergonomic.
You
Doesn't it?
stole me word there, haven't you? I was going to say that.
The Dome Shaver Pro. This is going to be an absolute game changer for me because I've basically, this is bad. I'm such a Manscaped man. I've been using pube trimmers on my head. No more. Look at the curvature of that. I don't have to think about getting in or whatever. You just like basically caress your head.
Well, Dan, they've given us a lovely 3-step process. Process 1, dome gel.
Oh, I'll gel it up.
Put that on your head.
This will be the first gel that's been on my head since 2004.
Oh, it'll be like when you look at a baby in a belly. When you put the finger on.
Oh, yeah.
but that'll
What
be on your head.
a weird bit of imagery.
Number 2, the Dome Shaver Pro. Now, in this gentleman seems to have an arm that couldn't possibly exist because it's coming from above his head.
You don't know about his arms. Oh, this is going to feel so good.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, mate, this is a game changer.
Step 3, though, the dome's smoother.
Right.
I think that just makes your head smooth.
Oh, so it just buffs you up afterwards.
Yeah, you'd be a
So
buff
for
daddy.
all of my bald brethren and those hot girls with shaved heads.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
like
I'm into it. Gail Porter.
Gail Porter.
Yeah.
She's
So
hot.
this is for bald men and Gail Porter.
John Joe Shelby. He's a hot.
He's a hot woman.
Yep.
Beautiful. Great long ball.
Yeah.
And yeah.
Don't miss out on this wonderful product.
You get that one. Manscaped.com. Use code WORD20 for 20% off and free shipping. The Dome Shaver Pro. Up your pube game and up your dome game, mate. Well, welcome back, everyone. And we have Elliot Steel.
Whoa.
Bruh.
Thank you.
You can't hear that. There is.
Oh, yeah. I always forget that when I come on this board that there's like a clicker press and that I don't have the headphones to hear
Yeah,
them.
it's not just me doing culturally inappropriate sounds.
Oh, dude, that's my
the first
accent.
half.
It is. You've toned that down a bit, though.
I've had to.
You-
There were some comments.
I
Your
mean,
dad's who? All right, fair enough.
What were you doing? What were you doing?
I used to have a very, very, very much more heavy South London accent, especially where I grew up in like Thornton Heath. Like, you know, if you ever listen to like Emil Smith Rose from where, like literally just round the corner from me, and he has like the same thing where every comment is like someone going, why the fuck does he speak like that?
Right.
And you go like, and there's always like a poppy in the person's picture who comments that, make it out what you will. And so I've had to like slightly tone it down. But also it's probably like my own insecurity.
Can you put
thing.
it on now?
Oh yeah, I do it when I get in arguments.
Okay.
Yeah, when I've had a couple
goes
drinks.
Roadman.
Right, yeah, I've done it. I had it one time where I was walking through Old Street with my. She's a fan of this podcast and we're fixing things, so I don't know whether to call her my girlfriend or not girlfriend yet. But anyway, we'll figure that out.
Creep her out. Call her
Yeah,
wife.
next
Yeah,
time
yeah.
we're back on this. Actually, delete her Patreon. Fuck her. No,
She is a patron.
yeah, block her. I was walking through Old Street and we got this guy like went to her like, go on, take off your coat, darling, all of that sort of stuff. Like just started like really sexually harassing her. And I went from like on the date pretending like, yes, I'm a polite to like, who the fuck are you talking to, bruv? Like into that thing. And like immediately
Sexy.
got into like, well, nearly. I nearly, so I go to like, I went over to just kick him.
Yeah.
And as I've done that, two of his mates who are like clearly drug dealers have got off a wall and we're just walking down this bit of Old Street and we're on this quiet street and it's me, her, and now them three. And I'm going, fuck. Like I'm either going to get stabbed or my head kicked in. So I start walking up and I'm like, right, walk away, but talk shit.
Oh, yeah.
So like you're backing up, but don't like turn around and walk off, but like walk away and just be like,
And
yeah,
there's got to be a right pace to that, because if you go too fast, well, come at me! And then you fucking...
Yeah.
You know, in Jurassic Park, when the velociraptors are like coming
Yes.
like side by side and you're like just trying to go, and I'm walking up and I go to her, I went, look, if anything happens, you just run off the road, I'll take a fucking kick in. And we get to the end of the street and I'm still talking shit. And these like three lads walk by and one of them went, are you Elliot Steel?
Stop.
And I went, yeah. And he went, I'm a massive fan. And I went, dude, how big a fan are you? Because we're about to find out.
There's a free Patreon on this for you, buddy.
Yeah. Do you buy tickets to a show? All right. Do you want to get stabbed in my honor? Like, yeah. And then they sort of walked off. And but yeah. And then like I took a cigarette off. He was a cool guy, but she always like brings that up as like, oh, do you remember that time? Because if you're ever on a date with a girl and you get recognized, it's like a cool moment. But then getting recognized and being being like, can you save me?
That's it. Can we normalise that? Can we normalise just all having fans who would take a stabbing for us?
Yeah.
I think that's beautiful.
I think that's like, that's how you really know
That's
someone
how
likes
you
your
know,
content.
yeah.
Like, oh, would you share my clip? Would you get beheaded for me? Would you?
Oh, that's a rough back alley, that, and if it ends in a beheading.
There's a percentage of our fans who would get beheaded for us.
Do you reckon?
Comment below. Would you get beheaded for us?
Yeah, do you reckon you'd, if you guys started a cult,
We have.
They have.
like,
Elliot.
but like really like went for it?
Yeah.
You know
What
what
if
I
we
mean?
got some like farmland in Idaho?
Yeah, mass
That sort of
suicide.
cult.
Yeah, mass suicide. Sort of. It ends in like the army having Waco siege level. Dan's there with an AR-15 topless, firing at the FBI,
That's a
like that
great
kind
look
of
for you,
stuff.
by the way.
It's
really great
really
look.
hard for me to get
Yeah.
a working weekend away from my family. So I think
Gorgeous.
like
Right.
They'd be there.
a Idaho cult situation.
We would
And
take
what time you home? After the beheadings.
Oh, let Laura hold the AK-47. She could be topless. That would be the one you want on the door. Yeah.
The Waco Siege Patreon special, where you guys are just for this month's Patreon special, we're starting a cult.
We would
You
get
could
thousands of people
You
to go.
could absolutely start a cult.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's just a big sleepover initially, isn't it?
It's just permanent sleep.
That's how all great things start, Dan.
It does always end with some guy like, you know, I'm the Messiah, and as the Messiah, I need to fuck everyone's wife.
You do understand this podcast has that person, he's just not here today. That is Adam.
I could do it.
Is he trying to fuck my wife?
Adam
Guys.
would be I'm the Messiah, wouldn't he?
I could be an apex sexual predator. I truly think I
Apex
could.
sexual.
Yeah, I
It's
think I
just
could do
it's just
it.
cute when women give it a go,
Thank
though.
you, Elliot.
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not
See,
got the
everyone's like,
same.
she couldn't. She could never.
Has there been any like culty women? There isn't, has there really?
Yeah.
It's
yeah,
you know,
the
we
Kardashians, babe. Look what they do
Oh,
to him.
yeah.
Yeah. That's a
true.
cult.
Oh,
Manson's
I'd
had some
behead
women in
myself
it.
early
Yeah.
doors with that
Early
one.
doors. They finished. They
themselves.
changed men right into women. They finished them right off.
Caitlyn Jenner then came out like everyone made her Woman of the Year, and now she's come out against like LGBT
She's
things.
amazing.
And
Absolutely amazing. She's tough.
It's so funny when like you do look at bits on the left and you go like, please just do 4 minutes of research onto who you champion sometimes.
Yeah.
Just because and then you put in like a right-wing Republican just because they're transgender, and now they're doing untold damage to like the cause that you wanted them to do well with.
So perfect, isn't it? It's just perfect.
It's again that sort of. It's a what did Sloss call it? A grift.
Yeah.
It's like
The
people
right-wing
seem
grift.
to be losing interest. How do I get the attention again? I'll just go this way.
Oh, I think it's just a shift in culture. I think for 10 years the left has owned culture a little bit, and we got boring with it, and because we made everything, and I hate this word, woke, everything became like a similar thing, and so people have like shifted their viewpoints to the cultural aspect of things. I'm not saying who's in power, just culturally they are now shifting towards the right, because it's like, you know, and in terms of like just YouTube and algorithms, because what was being put on television and sort of fed to them was a boring, you know, liberal. Every show can be done well. When it's Euphoria, that is a woke show, but it's brilliant. It's
So
well,
good.
Yeah.
It's
Sydney
so
Sweeney's
good.
So good, isn't it?
It's great. But then when it's just another show going like, oh, look, toxic white male, and you go, but I've seen this in every show. Or someone has a panic attack and you go, yes, I don't need this to be in every kid's cartoon that like I'm showing my niece or something. So they've shifted towards the right, and they're now getting boring already. Like they've had 2 weeks and they're already, everyone's like, this is kind of
the
shit.
frat boys having a moment, but I think everyone's like, oh no, wait, we did this in the 90s. Like the trad wife in America, like the trad wife, this thing, have you seen this on Instagram?
I've seen
like
the TikTok.
The trad wife is about, you're like, what? In 2025?
Talk me through the trad wife.
So the trad wife is like a return to like fashion wise, it's all these like cute like peasant girl kind of bardo touts with their shoulders around. They've got like their long hair kind of curled, and they're cooking for their families. And
It's cool girl, and isn't it? It's like, hey, I don't think women should be able to vote because we should
Like
be
a
at home.
regressive cool girl.
Yeah.
But they're trying. They're
Sounds
trying to
great.
neo-feminist it, which they're like. See, it's being at home as well. Like it's almost like coming in on the back of the self-care thing, which is like, ladies, it's okay to just be soft and be yourself. You're like, no, we know it's okay, but like,
Don't
no,
ruin
we
it.
don't have to do it. Like everyone's. It's the trad wife thing. I find really scary. The cooking shows are back, and they're like childcare influencer things are back. And you're like,
Well, it's rebellious. That's now rebellious.
Exactly that.
I remember going on. I went on. They were two different girls like a few years ago, and they had like started. They were like talking to me about how they liked Andrew Tate, how they liked Christianity, how they liked it was weird. And then one of them did start denying the Holocaust to me, which
She had to be hot.
She soft launched Holocaust denial. Like she just started just earing into
Just test the waters.
yeah.
Going, okay.
And I was there like, all right, well, I would have been on a train. Like my granddad was like, I was just there like, oh, okay. And I've never like slept with someone and ghosted them as like more of a like.
Oh, you still Jewish heritage. She's denying the Holocaust. Be like, look at those breasts.
You were fucking Mike
I did it for all the people that died. I was there. They would have wanted me to, and then I ghosted her because I was like,
That's awful.
That'll teach you to deny the Holocaust.
Do you know Mike Rice's bit about shagging that American? He's got a bit about it, so I'm not oversharing.
All right.
Shagging about the American girl who was super rich, and she's like, I'm rich, and he has this whole bit about like, I remember getting the phone call after his like second date with her, being like, she's fucking awful, Hat. Like she's absolutely fucking awful. She's so rude. She's so nasty. He's like, so after we'd fucked, I was like, what do you mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I was there when they met.
Yeah. Top secret, wasn't it?
And I was like, we were all like, worst woman ever.
Yeah.
She's fit though. She is fit. Like it.
What? I think you guys are perfect. I think you're perfect. Sorry, male comedians are perfect. About everything I've ever said, you're perfect.
But I think if it's like fair, like if you denied the Holocaust, you're allowed to be ghosted.
Yeah, fair fucks.
I think that's a fair.
Bad podcast.
Yeah. Probably not.
Do you reckon this is...
I think the first episode might get some numbers.
I've never seen Call Me Daddy, but this is what I imagine it's like.
No, that's fair. There should be caveats. Girls, you're allowed to ghost.
Holocaust denial.
Trad wives.
By the way, there is a massive step up from, we're on a night out. Oh, she's kind of showing interest. We're getting on here. It looks like she's keen. And we're going back to hers. To, we are a thing. You're meeting my friends, and then the next level up is family.
Yeah.
Like there's so many steps of like you've got to do so much sort of
Holocaust
like due diligence and
vetting.
vetting
Yeah.
before you take her to an event where all your mates are. That you can't take the because you'd get killed.
No.
Oh my God.
I don't think he'd have
Sounds
cared.
great.
Yeah.
But to just in the night be like, oh, well, yeah, we could just get it Uber now. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's Holocaust. It's fine.
Clip that.
That's in the trailer.
Clip that's the trailer.
Holocaust and Iron Trad wife.
Oh God, both.
But I guess that's the thing for like people like sort of growing up, especially I don't know, like young women, is like it's now to be rebellious when you want to rebel at that age, like to embrace Christianity and modernity is now more rebellious than to be like, my pronouns and all of these things. And we're going to see that's going to be where the culture shifts to, and we're going to get a fair bit of their culture, which is good for comedians because we can slag it off because it is stupid, and it was harder to slag off the left-wing things because you would be labeled, you can be labeled certain things, but it's good for art, I guess. It's going to be awful when we all drown and burn in fires and stuff.
So you think it's shifted from left wokeism to alt-right, and now it's going back to like Christian...
I think it's in the shift towards the Christianity. We need to embrace modernity and all of that. The problem is that all left-wing people want to do is fuck up your dinner party. That's really what we want to do.
And they coined this phrase a few years ago, the emotional belligerence of the left. And it is the exact right thing, the emotional belligerence, which is exactly that. Like having a conversation that's like lols and nice, and then someone flies in with the fucking like facts
actually.
Actually the number of like deaths in the bike community, and you're like, oh God, like there is a lols kill that happens with a lot of people who are extremely left.
I like the dirtbag left.
Yes. Exactly.
I'm so in. Where you're like, yeah, you can bomb it what you want.
Yeah. Not the dinner party ruining
Do what
left.
you want with your fanny. If you want to make it into a penis, it's all good. I don't give a fuck. Call yourself whatever pronoun and whatnot. Still allowed to make jokes. Yeah.
That does ruin a dinner party still, though. If you say bum whoever you want.
I don't know. It depends what dinner parties like a night.
Oh, mate, you've got some dry dinner parties.
Yeah.
If it comes out, if we've, I'm not going to start the conversation about bumming. No. But if anyone presses me on bumming, I'm going to be like, bum whoever you want.
Bum whoever you want.
But the dirtbag left, basically are like, it's everything sound. Just who gives a shit? Yeah. But then
vulgar
still,
left,
the vulgar left. They take the piss out of it and make jokes. Isn't that come on? Isn't that where we all want to be? To basically be tolerant, but still be a bit of a cunt about it sometimes.
What's the dirtbag right? How does that work?
Matt Gates.
You're hardline on traditional values and immigration, but you are having sex with an Asian dude
Yes.
Yeah.
on the slide.
Yes.
Although you never say at a dinner party, you'll bum who you want.
You'll bum who you want.
So it's all about bumming whoever you want at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Is it all of this?
The next general election will be run on bumming
Bumming.
preferences.
We say bum everyone.
But like as a 44-year-old white northern comic,
Yeah.
it's
You're not 44.
I am. Oh my god! I've got so close to my birthday. I've rounded up.
You're 43.
I'm 43, Brev.
Good for you. Lean in.
I don't want to be seen or perceived as like, oh, that old dude. It's all. Do you know what I mean? I hate that.
Yeah.
I talked to a comic. This is a couple of years ago in a dressing room, who's my age, and I've gigged with him for years around the Northern Circuit, and he was like, "What all this shit? What a load of rubbish!
I know who you're
your
talking about.
fucking gender.
Yeah.
You just open your pants and have a look what's down there. That's your fucking gender." And you're like, "How? That makes me want to go on a rally. Like that. I'm so worried that I ever get perceived as that."
Yeah.
Like the jokes and the fucking around
You've
and this
done the joke
podcast.
of you will be that for whatever's next, and it'll be AI. But you've done the joke on stage of
Yeah.
You can't say robot.
Yeah, the R word.
We will be that at some point. We'll be bigoted, but it'll be towards.
Oh, I'm going to be
whatever.
racist as fuck to robots.
What is it now? Generation beta. Is it?
Beta.
Are they beta?
Yeah, the
Oh.
new
Are they?
starting this year.
Oh, what I was going to say.
Christ.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah,
That's
generation
fine.
beta.
I mean, I've got a 7-year-old, so apparently she's going to join the
Yeah.
fucking Orthodox
she's
Greek church.
Yeah, she's going to be part.
She's going to rebel. No, Etta, you can't go to even song again.
Which would just be cool one time.
It's
Like,
my turn. I want to watch songs of praise.
Yeah.
No, Dad,
Have you
you're
been
making-
reading the Bible round the back of the ass again? No. I think there's a thing, and I have this as I'm like, I don't know, like I'm near 30. I go, there's a thing that happens with guys where we become sad overnight. Like it just the vibe is sad
Yes,
overnight.
you do.
2011.
We can't. No, but you're married with kids, so you avoided it.
Oh, how?
You avoided it.
I don't know.
No. It's a different.
exactly
It's
right.
a different thing.
Yeah.
When you're married, if you're a guy who's married with kids, you don't have to fucking know. You just be a dad. It's fine.
I like it.
Do you know what I mean? You're just a
I've
dad.
sort of taken myself out of the conversation by doing the dad thing.
Yeah, it's like every night you have a stag do you are looking forward to that's happening in 15 months' time, and it's all you think about. That is what happens when you are a dad. That's the point of it.
Yeah.
Right? And you're gonna go to bed early on it because you can't keep up with all the young.
Oh my God, I did as well. On Will's stag do, I had to go to bed early on the second night. I was so pooped.
Okay, you own your power. You protect
We've
yourself from
been
I love that.
we've been day drinking.
That's exactly it.
This is the Mark Nelson bit, innit? You get to an age where you're like, you're fucking having a stag do. Yeah, you're almost pushing people to get married so that you can have the weekend away in Prague.
Yeah, I had a night out with Milo McKay was there, and Milo had been messaging me about, it was last year, the Comedians Christmas party, had been messaging me for months about this night out, and like on the night out was so excited and stuff, and I had to be like, Milo, man, I can do this on a Wednesday. It means nothing. Like I need you to not be this excited.
So because for him, that's his next big night out. For you,
It's the one he's put in the
there's
wife's
11
calendar.
nights out
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah, I can just go.
Out.
I could just go out. Like last night, me and Jermaine finished Top
Yeah.
Secret. We went and just got dinner till like whatever time, because there's no responsibility. There's none. We could get home when there's no responsibility. But if you're in your 40s as a guy still doing that,
They do get sad.
it becomes sad.
They get sad.
It just changes. There's a sadness to it.
And they
do you know
regress.
what I mean?
And they regress and they start watching cartoons again.
Okay, let's not knock everyone who does that.
I never stopped watching cartoons.
Yeah.
Oh, God! I
There's
forgot what room I was in.
there's some very good adult cartoons out there.
No,
that
I'm
deal
so
with
sorry,
some-
Because
you're
I'm
exactly
watching
right.
Adventure Time and
You're
doing
so
ketamine.
But you are so right. And then those fellas go out, because actually my lot are getting to that age now when they're all Bryn on the stag do.
Oh, really?
Have you saw the Gavin and Stacey at Christmas?
Yes, of course.
They're
yeah.
all Bryn on the stag do. They're just like with like a plunger and thing. We're like, let's go in and do this. Do we plunge? Should we just take all these clothes off? And you're like, oh,
Yeah, someone
fuck.
needs to force fun,
Yeah, force fun.
on the stag do, and that's my
What's
like.
wrong?
We're just making thumbnail pictures.
Sorry, Hat, it's really off-putting. I noticed about 2 months ago that every picture Jack took of me is from the set, because he can't get round to get a different angle. So I was like, I'm going to add to it. So I saw the camera and went,
We were just doing that. No, did it say that?
thumbnail.
Very good.
But yeah, I think there's like that thing that comes in with it that I'm now aware of as a guy, where I go, oh, that can happen. You don't.
How old are you though, Elliot?
28.
You're 20, mate, you're in the zone, mate.
No,
you're in the zone.
I know, but I can see it happening.
And this is what I like. I like that you're looking ahead. Horatio's got the same thing. Horatio's got this thing. He's like, I'm terrified about being, and he like, well, the version of the male comic, which is, it just gets a bit sad.
Oh, I don't want to be. Imagine being like the 42-year-old comic in Edinburgh. You're talking to a flyer. You're like, yeah, I was in this. Your dad will know it. Like that kind of conversation, like, you know what I mean? Where you're just there and like
the Holocaust. Your dad will know.
Your dad was in it.
Your
dad was in it. He's dead.
And then she says,
but you've still not heard about it.
Yeah, she denies it happens, and then I can take her home and not feel any bad about it.
Oh my God, it is. It is. But I've got this theory, and I was talking to a female comedian friend of mine. I was like, I think it's the fellas, and it's not all, it's not a generalization. It's the male comedians who forgot to have a life. It's the ones whose happiness on the top of the mountaintop was always success going, the career going well, and success and the money and the da-da-da-da. And they forgot to do the rest of it. They forgot to do their social relationships and their romantic relationships. And if they want kids or don't want kids, whatever. But like the life stuff. Like I was, sorry again, shagging a male comedian like years ago. And I remember him saying to me, he's like, dude, I couldn't take a holiday. Like I couldn't go, I couldn't not do stand-up for a week. And
was he American?
Thank you, yeah. I like my male comedians funny.
It wasn't what I'm thinking about then. No, it couldn't be. He's not funny.
But no, he was like, I could not do stand up for a week. And I was like, I know you think that's meant to be impressive. I know you think I'm going to sit here and be like, oh my God, he's so dedicated to the game. I was like, that is the saddest fucking thing I've ever heard. Like, you're going to miss the whole world. You're going to miss the whole world for this thing.
But that happens a lot with men, I think, because there is this pressure to go out. Like, you speak to any guy who works in the corporate world, whether it be like banking, law, and that, they spend their whole life career-driven, that they then get to this place where suddenly, if you ever meet those people, they're the saddest people, because the weekend is just like, got to cram in the beers, the drink, the drugs, and the partying and all of this and going out, and all of their relationships are based around money and all this thing.
Yeah.
But in them is this like deep sadness that you just, I think as a guy is just there, where you like spend your whole life chasing this thing, and then eventually you're on your deathbed and you go, oh, it was my friends and family all along.
Yeah, but the truly brilliant people, like in all art forms, the ones that have really pushed the boundaries, and like there's so many examples of them being unhinged, unhappy, just going to excess in their sort of art form to the detriment of their health and their life. And it's great to be like, you should be a well-balanced person and enjoy a normal, healthy life. But does that make you a better musician, comedian? Like, that's the other thing in your head. Like, I want a healthy life and a balanced life. Doesn't make me a better comic.
Yeah.
Does it?
I don't funny, is it?
I don't.
Going out on the weekend and cramming it in, you get the funny story.
Yeah, that is true.
But then I guess that's what we're saying is, what do you want? Like, if you go through life being like, do you know what you want? Do you want to have a life that's full with all the things and not be on your deathbed being like, fuck, it was wives and kids all along and I forgot to do that. Like, it's what do you want? If you want to die alone, Ernest Hemingway, like, fucking God bless you, go for it. But like, don't bitch and moan in a green room and ruin the rest of our nights if you've decided to go down that route, if you've decided to forgo everything that's going to make your heart good for this insane ratty world that we're all in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember having this moment where I was with my girlfriend, not girlfriend, whatever she is when this comes out.
Patron.
Hi, babe, we love you.
She's a patron, yeah. She's a wonderful woman.
You should lock that down.
You definitely should.
We're taking Elliot ring shopping after this.
She paid for that water that you
But like having that moment where you're there and you go, oh, this is what life's about on the thing. Like, I remember this moment, like being with her, like I was watching like a film with her, we're just there making each other laugh, like, oh, this is what life's about. And I thought, oh, this is like one of the peak happiness moments. And then I thought, I don't know, that time you smoked crack was pretty good as well. And you go, that was way, like, do you know what I mean? You go, that time was way better as well. And that didn't involve love or anything. That was just in the moment you smoke crack and you go, oh, fuck, this is pretty great.
Have you smoked crack?
Oh man, it's the shit. I get the fuss.
I've heard it's unbelievable.
I've
heard it's unbelievable.
I mean, people who do it tend to keep doing it. So
Sure. Famously, yeah.
My problem is, so I accidentally sort of ended up doing it, and it was just like a miscommunication. Where I was doing a drug deal, but what had happened is the car pulled up. I got into the wrong car.
amazing.
Such a wrong Uber.
Yeah, you know, like in a sitcom where they're like, there's like a mix-up, and they're like, brr, 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 brr. It was like that, like, but with crack. And I got in and like was giving the guy, and the guy was like looking at me like, but like I had money out, so he was going.
It feels right.
Yeah,
but he looks wrong.
Yeah, and
but
then,
I'm on crack.
And then there was this other guy like at the end of the street looking at me in the car, kind of like.
Right.
And then like I went like, what's going on? He was like, you want this, yeah? And like showing it was like rocks and stuff, and I was like, oh no. Like, no. Like, oh, what am I like? And then like got out of the car and was like, I think that one's for you, mate. And like he got in that. And then my guy was like, not turning up. And he was like, yeah, you got to do it. And he was like, do you want to try it? And I was like, yeah, go on. And then like,
So that is,
Yeah, 'cause my
that is
guy didn't turn up.
I've been there when you're like, I thought I was going to do drugs. I don't want to do these drugs, but it's better than doing no drugs.
yeah, it's way better. And then like I don't know if I inhaled it like correctly or I was scared. I was so scared.
Of course you were. It's crap.
I was like, no, this is the one. This is like just the one below heroin. It's the one below heroin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're like, it's like this is the point of no. Like you should, like anyone in your family who saw you doing this would go, "Are you fucking joking me?" Like we didn't raise you that badly. We didn't raise you crack badly. And like I was like, yeah, that is good. And then I had to just go back to my mates, and that didn't happen. But man, I
With a bit of a tickly cough.
just like, wow, this MDMA's good, and then kicks in fast. And
Would you do it again?
there has not been a single day where I haven't woke up and thought about it, Carl. No,
The one that got away.
What has stopped me is the inaccessibility because I never got that guy's number, so I can't. You can't just. I feel it's weird when someone sends you a menu.
He's not the only crack dealer in London.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
you need crack pals, I think.
need
You need crack pals.
You know, like the secret menu at McDonald's, like if you get a text
Yeah.
from a drug dealer and it's like, "Kit, mushrooms, this, that." I'd feel like you have to know the code word to be like, because you don't want to message a drug dealer, "Can I get crack?" and then go, "Get the fuck off my phone! How dare you insult me?"
Yeah, you don't want a drug dealer to take the moral
Yeah.
high ground on WhatsApp and be like, disgusting.
It's like asking a trad wife for anal. No, you can't.
Can't you bum trad wives?
They love it, really.
They.
I
Yeah,
bet-
they'll
I
do what they're
bet
told.
They
Yeah.
love pleasing their husband, so
God,
surely.
you're so right. Good girls.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I wouldn't like.
Every time Hattie says "good girl" like that, it does something to me.
I'm convinced it's like the last bastion of the English class system, which every now and again, if I'm like I can really wind up. There's another male comedian who, if I go really like plummy and posh, he gets like.
I know he's not talking anger.
No, I know.
Yeah. Okay.
I know.
I
I know what you do.
I'm fuming.
It's called.
This is what my penis looks like when I'm angry.
It's called power, boys.
Oh, dear.
yeah.
So if someone goes, lad, I've got some, would you go, that was good?
No, I think I would be like, I can't make this a thing. I've struggled with quitting smoking, like crack.
Yeah,
so.
crack
Feels
might
like
be
you're at
it.
a crossroads, like not crossroads, but you're at a point in your life where you're starting to sort of worry about being a sad, like early 40-year-old, but also sort of teetering on the edge of doing crack. Like it could go one of two ways
Hey,
here,
man,
Elliot.
live on the edge.
that. Yeah, I love that.
You could go Jacob Hawley, 2 kids in your early 30s, and crack dead as an alternative.
I think I am regretting telling that story. That is one because my dad listens to this when I'm on it. He'll go, "Oh, I'll give it a listen," and I always have to be like, "Oh, okay." And then like because I don't know if you guys have had that where your family watch your stuff. You then like go on a podcast and you tell something and you walk away and go, "Oh fuck, they're gonna know about that like thing."
My dad's asked to see the roast that we all did.
Oh no!
Oh God, really?
Oh god!
Don't do it.
Yeah, your family being involved with your content is a tricky one, especially when you get it all out. But I just have to let that go.
Elliot,
Mate, we got my porn Twitter out on an episode and went through what I followed on my dirty Twitter.
Oh God!
You can't think about, oh yeah, my sister has the internet.
Elliot, can I ask you though, do you not think there's a part of your parents who must know you inside out, back to front, that's like they won't be that surprised that you've tried crack one time?
No, I think they would be shocked.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I think they would be. But then also, you know, my dad keeps putting up pictures of him with Shappy. So in some ways, he's smoking crack and putting it online as well. Like it's like he keeps putting up pictures of him with Shappy, and I've gone, please stop putting up pictures because they get put in. I'm in a comedian's WhatsApp group, and they go, your
but they're
stepmom's
so
out with
in
your dad again.
love.
I know they're in love, but it's like my dad's a comedian as well. This
Yeah,
is the
I
part of
know.
nepotism no one's allowed to complain about.
Do you know what that's funny? Actually, they've tapped into something. I think one of the worst qualities a comedian can have is sincerity. in terms of their reputation. Do you know what I mean? Like when a comedian puts something like, so in love with this woman, she's absolutely changed my life. You're like, you're dead. You're dead. Like you're dead. You're dead.
Close friends.
Yeah,
Close friends.
Like, don't. In terms of reputation, nothing is worse for you than being a sincere, loved up person. But they are very in love and it is very sweet.
It is just a thing when I open the WhatsApp group and I'm like, oh, 15 new messages. I wonder what's going on. My dad's taking a selfie with Shappy and Mark Nelson's put it in the group chat. There we go.
Is this you trying to rebel? I smoke crack just so.
Yeah, this is my.
You're not like real mum.
Well, I will. But Shappy's so cool. She'll be like, I think it's great that you're smoking
She's
crack.
so cool.
Yeah, she'll be like, you know, I think it's cool that you're like exploring yourself and discovering that about you.
Your dad's cool. Your dad being at that gig in Brighton was one of my favourite gigs.
That was such a fun. Yeah, that
was
went
cool.
Nice, yeah,
we had a nice weekend. That was really good. And your dad was at the back, and I had one of them sets where you're like, oh, I did that good.
Yeah.
And then considering who your dad is, he was the most generous and nice person and very complimentary, and he is a good egg.
I love that you still have that. There are people who you're like, oh, I hope I do really well in front of them.
I have that all the time.
So lovely. Well, obviously I do, but I just like.
Yeah,
so
Mark
lovely.
Steele's a fucking name when I started out. And then obviously I never gigged with him or knew him, and then we became we worked together, and you're really good mates with people that I'm good mates with, and then we've become closer mates because of this. But we were in Brighton, and that's where your dad lives, isn't it? And he came down to the Comedia, and we were both doing sets, and I was just on good form. But it was one of them ones where you're like, you really want to be on good form. Because it's Mark Steele. You want to, I did a gig where Kitson was in the room.
Oof. I don't think I'd
very
speak.
early doors.
That must
and I
be
was
scary.
a
I don't think I'd
special
speak.
type of dog shit.
Yeah.
I was so shit. And he was like, he wasn't rude or anything, but you knew he thought I was shit.
Oh, no.
I was a year and a half, 2 years in,
God.
and he was Kitson.
Yeah.
Is that the only time you've gigged with him? So he just
No,
thinks you're
here's
shit?
the other one. I did a panel show in Edinburgh with Matt Ford and John Richardson, and I stunk that gaff out as well.
No,
Fuck.
And
shit.
guess who was at the back? It's just the Oracle, Daniel Kitson.
That's a bad one. I had a death in front of all of my dad's old comedy pals at Glastonbury. At 17, I mean die. And I used to have this joke where again, this kind of thing, the sort of hack premise when you first start out, I was 17, where you talk about people find out you're a comedian and oh, tell us a joke then. That just, that
Yeah,
sort
that's
of
a trope.
Yeah. And I do that, and I was like, oh, arguably I haven't told one today, and some guy shouted out, "We've noticed," and the whole tent laughed. And then I had to walk off shaking, kind of that deaf, and I don't mean you didn't do, when we go,
the ones that stay with you.
I didn't do well, and I'm calling it a deaf. I mean, what everyone's fear of public speaking is.
Yeah.
They're just.
It's a real soul
really,
shudderer, isn't it? Where you're like, oh, not only is it rough, but it also you're working so hard, and your dream is to be wherever you want to be, and that can really chip away at the foundations of. When new comics are like, I'm doing my first gig, I've brought 40 of my friends and family. You're like, mate, hide in the bushes comedically. Just sneak off to the comedy gig and do it quietly. Don't fucking ta-da to your whole family until you even know the basics.
But did you start comedy in London?
Yes.
So how did you start? Because the open mic.
Nepotism. The fuck do you think? I'm not open micing. Did you see how we spoke about my dad? He gave me a gig if my dad came along.
Do you know who his new stepmom is?
Yeah.
He's doing it.
my point being in
I'm
London.
a crack smoking nepo baby.
Oh my God, you are as well. You actually are.
Yes! But in London, the whole open mic is bringers, isn't it? I mean, I didn't start in London either, but the open mic. So I'm always like, how the fuck does anyone? I wouldn't have gone.
I've got a deep shame about this.
You didn't.
I didn't open mic.
Top boy, straight in.
I was
Open spots.
no, I wasn't doing paid work and stuff, but this was actually well thought out by my father. This is
Sorry.
How is this making you more awkward than I smoke crack?
because I'm insecure about this. Crack, I'm fine with.
I don't want to ask you insecure questions.
So I like started at 16 because I was kicked out of college and stuff, and my dad was like, "You've always wanted to do comedy, you should go do comedy." And I started doing gigs and things like that, and then very quickly, like, were like, "Oh, we see something in it," and they saw me being a very different comedian to the one I am now, and they would put me on in between previews to do like 5 minutes while people were doing their Edinburgh previews, which
You're still doing unpaid work.
Oh,
you are
God,
doing
yeah,
open
yeah,
spots.
They were open
yeah.
spots, but
Yeah.
they were in nice gigs. It wasn't like, and when I went back and like did bits of open mic, and I still go open mic here and there. I
Yeah,
still like going
yeah.
down to open mics and stuff, but I wasn't like, for me to go and like on this story of I was in the trenches going through. No, I
Sure.
fucking had a lovely little
you
time.
only missed one wrong.
I was
going to
say.
You can't. It doesn't matter who you are, or you still have to.
You have to be shit for a while.
Maybe you didn't have to do a Brigham or a Gong show.
Yeah.
But they are literally
The
rung
first
one.
one, yeah.
As soon as you're doing an unpaid 5 minutes, like on it,
they were nice.
That's only.
Yeah,
They were nicer gigs, but I had the problem because they were nicer gigs. For 9 of them, I'd smashed, and I'm 16 years old. I've been kicked out of college. I now have this level of ego that like a 16-year-old should not have, or anyone for that matter. Got to my 10th gig, and I remember because I was like 10th one, went on up the creek in between Simon Evans and Charlie Baker,
Decent.
and I fucking died. Like we're talking about, and I went and cried upstairs. And like I went upstairs and I had that like, and my dad was like, he was really good because I went home and told him about it, and he went, "This is where you find out if you want to do this," because he's like, "You've got to go back there and see all those people who you died in front of again, and they don't think you're very good, and you've got to go back there and do it again." And he was like, "That's when you become a comedian, not because you've done well." And I was like, "Yeah, that's it." You know, I think it's that like return. I guess it must be like, sort of like if you're an amateur fighter and you've won your first few fights and then you get knocked out cold, and then suddenly someone's like, "Man, you've got to work your way back up. You've got to avenge the loss."
It's so
Also, you
that.
can't go,
Yeah.
"Oh, I didn't care." Because if you don't care about
do
death,
it.
If you can't handle the death because it hurts too much, then this might not be for you. Because I don't care how good you are, you have rough gigs. But if you get to gig 10 or gig 20 and have a stinker, and then you're like, "Nah, it's fine." You're like, maybe it's not going to
it
be for
should
you
hurt
either.
you.
Like it,
Yeah.
it should count.
Totally that.
But when was your boat, and I mean like last deaths? Because we're at that stage, I think you're at a stage now where if you die a death, it hits you more than when you first start, because we forgot. We can have bad gigs, we can have things that didn't go well because we're trying new material, but I mean,
Death.
You are on stage, you feel the sweat running down your face, the voice is dry, I'll get them with this, and you rush to it and you fuck it up like that.
Have you died?
Pardon?
Have you died?
God, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, don't be sweet. Yeah.
Everybody
Well,
dies.
Yeah.
No, I know you
Do you know
have,
what?
'cause I know
Funny
you
enough,
have.
I had one recently. I was opening
you've told me.
for
It'll be a gig like opening for some.
Freddie Cruden. So I did open for Freddie in Newcastle, and that I love opening for my mates, because you're on on the road and you have dinners beforehand. It's all very fun, but I just started wrong. I just when you go out and you just start wrong, and I was feeling a bit under the weather, and I was like, "You're like, get out your head, get out." Like, I just started wrong, and I hadn't quite got into it yet, but I just knew I was on the back foot, and the first thing, and this fucking Geordie guy just shouts up in the back, goes, "So when's the comedy starting?"
Oh no!
And then he goes,
Did it get a laugh?
"No," but then he goes, "So this is about as funny as AIDS. When are the comedians coming on?" And now.
Freddie's crew.
Freddie Brown. And
Also Newcastle.
I love Newcastle.
But I had that moment where, now, luckily or unluckily, however you look at it, I have a fucking temper problem. So I popped off, and it saved the whole set, because
Right.
I'm never better than when I'm furious and want to bury someone. So
Great.
actually, it kind of rescued the whole thing.
And that
then
could
I
have gone
pinged
so
into-
wrong as well, because once a comic loses their temper,
Exactly.
that can be even worse
Yeah.
than you trying to be like, "Wow, dude, that's not really what we're doing."
But I actually it's me at my probably honestly my absolute best is when I'm fucking or I'm trying to just put something in the ground, and so it was grand after that. But I don't know.
They were probably on your side.
They
as
were on
well.
my side also, because I'd only just got going. It was so obvious why he was not on my side. It was so obvious why he was already cross that I was on stage. So the room were automatically going with me, but then it's something I like doing. I like a bear pit. But there was a moment where, because I was a bit off my game, it kind of takes you a minute. And I was like, this could be it. This could be it. This could be the worst death I've had for ages, because I knew I wasn't on. I knew I was on my back foot, and this person, and it hurts. Like, it does hurt, and it's embarrassing. And you're like, yeah, I know. And it speaks to that part of you that's always there. That's like, yeah, I'm not very funny. You're right. It is shit. Oh God, it isn't going well. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like, luckily for me, like, I'm ginger and the rage turned up. But like, there was a moment where I was like, oh no, I know.
The deaths at like a corporate gig or a charity gig that's badly, you die, and then you just walk away and go, yeah, but that was stupid. That was a bad setup. There was it wasn't working. It wasn't well done.
Was my last
no one was
one.
there. Like I have spoken into the abyss at a corporate event where people there's some people at the back aren't listening, and you're just going, I wonder what I could say here that would just draw any attention or reaction from these people, to the point where I got about 9 minutes into a 25-minute corporate set once and went, I don't know if this is even working, and we should just put this down to misadventure.
I did.
And a woman just went, I think you should let us finish our dinner.
Oh no. No.
And she didn't do it to get a laugh.
Rude.
She was just
helping.
genuinely telling me, like, could you just go? And
But she's kind of right as well. Like,
and I went, you are right. Put the mic in the stand. I didn't even say goodbye. I just walked off.
I had that.
But in my head, I'm like, no, I'm fine. The rough ones are where you're at a gig and you see other comics doing well. And you're like, there's nothing wrong with this. And then all of a sudden, it doesn't work, and you're not having a good one. And you're like, this isn't the gig's not a problem. I'm fucking it up. Yeah.
It's me.
I was doing a Christmas party last year for some works do, where on my way there, the woman messaged me and went, do you bring your own microphone and stand? And I was like, I was on this train to Manchester, like, and you know, when you're on your head, you're like, it might not be that bad. I'll get there early. I'll write some things. I'll look at who's in the room. I'll write a couple. Go in there. You're an arsehole. Blah, 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 that sort of thing. And like, I get there and I'm like looking over, and they've got this corner of the room by the DJ decks, and they're like, don't worry, there's some lights. But what they meant by lights was those little balls that spin, that like things are like blue, pink, and like yellow. So I'm like stood there like that. And the woman who booked me, she booked me because what had happened is she seen me at a gig, and I think she just fancied me. And so she booked me for this corporate event, right? Because she then messaged, she was like, she was being really nice, but she was like, I was like, in my head, I'm like, you came to like the Glee and saw me with your mates in an environment that was good. And you've gone, this will be great for here. And I've now turned up, and she's so sweet that I go, I can't ruin her work. Like she's, you know, because I could just go, fuck you, fuck this, and like, I don't care. But I don't want to do that. She's got to go back to the office, and she's booked me. And I walked on, and I'm like being overshadowed by a buffet where people are like getting onion bhajis and stuff. And then one man at one point just went, you are in a room with a man who drives an Aston Martin. Just bear that in mind. Oh. And I like sees drinking the Peroni 00, and I'm like, what did you do so you can't see your kids? You know what I mean? I just went into like the like, and the room just was like, no. Dude, don't do it. And while that's going on, there's like like one of those trains just going by outside, and I'm like, that's mad, isn't it? Anyway, just did my time.
I hate him.
And I just like, I walked off. I was meant to pick up cash. I did what you did. I left, and I messaged her, and I went, just send me what you think's fair. And like, she sent all, she was cool, and I just like left, and I was like, never again.
Oh, that charity gig where I walked after 9 minutes, the woman who was in charge of it and had sort of liaised with the fucking promoter who was meant to set it up, looked at me like, because she was obviously expecting me to come up and go, that was awful, but I need my money. And I just went, see ya, doesn't matter, bye. And as she went to say, we're meant to be paying you, I was like, I didn't even engage in the conversation. I was like, I'm going to literally chalk that up to, I can't even handle having the conversation about what.
How was the journey home? Because my train, I got on the last train back from Manchester to London.
Didn't get a train.
Yeah, I had an hour. It got delayed by an hour and a half. I was sat on a train, and I was cool with it because I was like, I'm not on stage. I'm not doing that gig.
Is that the night you smoked crack?
No.
Because we all.
Do you know what I need? Do you know what I need?
I fucking wish.
God, I love a bit of crack. Right, we'll have a break, boys and girls, and we will be back. Hello, everyone. Time to tell you about my absolute favourite sponsor. It's True Classic Clothing. Now, I don't know what kind of T-shirt you usually wear, Carl. Some shite, probably.
Shite.
But since I've been wearing True Classic, I have been so much more attractive to both the opposite sex and men.
Yep.
But I can judge that. You know, I was in Asda recently and I was wearing a True Classic t-shirt and a woman just came up to me and I need you.
Oh, shit.
I want you.
And what did you say?
I was like, listen, I'm married. I'll see you in the dairy aisle.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that wasn't a euphemism. And when I don't wear these t-shirts, my wife's like, ugh, God,
What's
what are
that?
you doing? Because they really accentuate the better bits of my body. You know, traps, lats. I don't know what they are. But you look great.
I love t-shirts. I'm wearing them every day now. It's something that I kind of do.
True Classics.
True Classic t-shirts only.
And of course,
jeans.
And of course, they're moisture wicking. And now I won't wear a t-shirt that isn't moisture wicking or, you know, anti-odor.
If someone buys me a gift, I go, is this moisture wicked? Because if it isn't, I ain't wearing it.
So, True Classic. Go to trueclassic.com/word to save. That is trueclassic.com/word.
Wear t-shirts. They're cool.
Are you a man? Wear men clothes. You know what time it is. It's part 4 of
Podcast time.
4.
Say 4, Hattie. Part 4 of 4. Say.
And now it's
What is
time
it?
Say part 4 of 4.
Part 4.
of...
Podcast time.
This is why women shouldn't be given these roles.
Part 4 of 4.
Part 4 of 4.
Hey.
Of podcast time.
Podcast time.
And now it's time for executive orders. Elliot, you know, we've been throwing this around, but I think this is suited to you. I think this is in your wheelhouse. You know, you're a politically astute man, but it's just a hint of evil, and I think it's going to work really well for this feature.
I haven't got the power to do what I want. Yeah.
So if the glorious leader Steel, Empress Steel, was given
I
these
like Chairman
executive
Steel.
orders, Chairman Steel.
Chairman
Yeah,
Steel.
strong.
Chairman Steel.
Yeah.
Everyone's on the farm.
What would your first executive order be?
If you're going to go do an escape room, there has to be an actual element of death.
Really good.
Because the people who survive are then smart, adapted people you want in society, and the people who die are cunts who go do escape rooms.
I think you should die when you go anyway.
Yeah, but that's the thing. We can make it like that, bro. We can.
Even if you get out, they just blow your head off.
Yeah. I want the escape room to be like the room Tommy walks into in Goodfellas.
Yeah.
And that's what you walk into, and you just walk in. Hey, we're about to solve a puzzle. What was it like when you solved the puzzle? Ah, shit, dude. That's what I
said,
want.
why go to escape rooms when you're already outside before you go in?
Is it?
The thing is, aren't you seeing escape rooms in a very crystal maze type way? Doesn't everyone go in and then you communally work? I won't go, like I will not go to an escape room. That'll never happen. No. But once you work out how to get out, everyone from the room gets out, don't they? If there's a party of 5 and you work out how to get out of an escape room and you still can't get out, it's probably best you're like
but that's my
cleansed.
Point.
Yeah,
that's my point.
Exactly.
I'd like to go.
It's really it's 2025 Darwinism, and
yes,
it's perfect.
There has to be a fail-safe legally, insurance-wise. I'd like to go and find that. Like kick the bit of the thing that just comes out and you get to get out like that and all stuff. Like why are you in the office?
But that's again, that's thinking outside of the book. I would be like, if I was there, I'm on a screen watching this, by the way. Like this is like we broadcast
Squid Game.
this.
You are going to say you're using it as a Squid Game.
Yeah. This is like Battle Royale. Like we it goes worldwide. It's got its whole revenue thing. You guys know about that. We've got cameras. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And you go in there, and like if you kick the door off and get out, I'm like, thinks outside the box. Smart guy lives. He didn't go for it. I wouldn't be like there's no cheating.
Carl
you get
turns
out,
up with a chainsaw.
Yeah.
You cheat. There's no such thing as cheating. You got out. You put me in the escape room. I fucking escaped.
Or maybe an addendum: escape rooms. If you can't work out how to get out of them, they don't open it.
Yeah, and you starve to death
until you work it out.
They said something that bad. I won't say it. Carry on.
Well done. I'm not going to deny it.
That is. What's the word?
Progress.
2025. It's going to be a no.
And then do you think like week 3 they put in Fritzl?
Oh, that's a lovely little add to
You know
it.
what I mean?
We can have that
like,
one.
So they keep the stakes high.
That would be a hell of an escape room if you go in there and it just Joseph Fritzl was sat there and you're like, oh
watching,
man, we better get our deposit back. If I'm getting molested by Fritzl, I'm going to come out and be
and unleash the Fritz, and like he just comes in, they're like,
You nearly went to an escape room.
Some works party who've gone in on a team building exercise and all they come out with is they've all now bonded because they got molested molested by Joseph Fritzl.
These fucking Foxton's pricks are just sat there like, no!
Sandra's still in there. She's had 4 kids with him.
Oh dear.
You nearly signed up for one with Adam. I remember it being
quickly backed out.
floated as an idea, as a double date night idea.
I think it's one of the least fun things you could possibly
It's forced
do.
fun, and
Especially with Adam Rowe.
It exists. It exists, and it's this. There's this London-centric thing that has plagued this country, where London is no longer like a fun city really because of Hinge and like people who work in the city there, because they spend all their life having to get these high-end jobs and all that to go to the city. They got nothing about them. They then download Hinge and start expanding the range of people to go out with, but they can't just go to a bar and have a conversation like normal people on a date. They got to go to a fucking escape room, or they got to go play mini golf with like neon lights everywhere and all of
done
these
that on
things.
a date.
So now, because of like the way London works and everything sort of starts expanding, so it starts happening to the Northern Quarter in Manchester, and it starts happening here. It's this London thing where there's these people with no personality who move there, and then it just infects the rest of the UK. And that would be the thing I have an executive order on, is stuff like that. If you go to one of those kind of date things or team, just go for a fucking beer. Do you know what? That's fun. Well, imagine I went, should we go get a beer? You'd go, yeah, let's go get a beer. If I went, let's go to an escape room.
I'm out.
Not an escape room, but there is other fun that you can do, other like organised fun.
I'm not saying that it always has to involve drinking, but what kind of organised fun do you think?
Are you on the axe throwing vibe?
That's surely like 2 years ago vibes in it. Axe throwing.
It's still around, isn't it?
Like we went roller skating.
Yeah.
How was it?
Dead hard.
Yeah.
Really hard.
It's like ice skating or something. You think it's fun, and you go, this sucks.
No, I like ice skating. Don't.
Do you really? But once you've gone around twice, you're not like, I've seen it all.
No, it's on a tour of the skating rink.
But I just,
fucking awful,
you
wasn't
do
it?
2 laps and you're like, I did it.
No, but you feel better and you get more confident. You go faster and do tricks, and
I do not.
Do you do tricks ice skating?
I do
What
not
tricks?
do tricks.
What I-Tonya tricks are you doing?
Yeah.
braking, turning.
Staying stood up.
Yeah,
You're turning on the ice rink.
That
It's
guy
not
a
a trick.
pro?
Have you holding those cute ass
Yeah.
those penguins?
like that child should feel safe.
There's nothing. I don't care how manly you think you are. Once you hold that little penguin,
Hold that penguin, baby.
Surely there's got to be some good organised fun things. And mini golf is poo.
Last time my mate Matt came up, we went to Roxy Ballroom just round the corner.
table tennis,
and we
beer pong.
hired
I
one of the
love
big
that
American
stuff.
pool tables for an hour.
Yeah.
It's the kind of thing he and I have never done when we're hanging out, but we just had time to kill. We had a dinner reservation, and it was like a couple of hours off. We'd already been to Danny Mac's, is it? The pub up near
By
Harden Street.
Yeah.
so that threw me off.
And we were like, do you know what? This will be sound, because it was like late Friday afternoon. It was class. It was class.
Mandates are good.
But what is it about these things that have just become a bit too forced?
It's a
like when the stag do goes, come on, we'll do this.
It's a forced. There's a thing of it that's just this forced element of fun. That when I go, I don't want to do this. I don't find this fun. I'm a weird little autistic boy who doesn't enjoy this. Please don't make me go.
You know what it is? Maybe it's that none of these things are universally naff. It's just that if you are in a city in the afternoon and you go, oh shit, there's one of them golf gaffs, like those like, I kind of fancy it.
I mean, Elliot,
then you get to make that decision on the spot. It's when it's booked in 3 months in advance.
Yeah.
You have played mini golf with us. You were just very on drugs.
Yeah, that was one of the worst experiences of my life, and I would love to thank you guys for filming that and putting it behind a paywall. It was, that was. But again, even on drugs, I wasn't having the best.
Yeah, but that was Adam Rowe's fault.
Yeah.
That wasn't the fault.
God, was
of
he being
the-
competitive, Adam?
No, he was just trying to freak us out when we were on mushrooms.
You know when people do trips and there's like a shaman who's like helps you and a guide to your trip. Then Adam was like the opposite.
No, of course.
Oh, it was
Yeah,
so
yeah.
fun.
Yeah, but I don't like, again, I'm not going like people who go bowling. But an escape room is one person in the group wants to be in control.
Yeah, there's always exactly
They want to be in control of a thing, and they're now forcing you down into their world of like, I can just sit around and have fun. Let's play FIFA. Let's do something. It doesn't have to be go drink. That can be. How many times have you just sat around your mates, a few of you there, and you've had a FIFA tournament?
Yeah.
Best thing ever.
Not
It's
in a
great.
while. Not in a while.
Not in a while, but it's great.
Yeah.
But it's just, there's a spontaneity to fun. That's what fun is. Like you there going like, oh, we had an hour to kill. We went and did this.
Yeah, it makes
it was fun.
it-
It was because it was spontaneous.
Once you're paying a deposit for something that's
Right.
months away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and there's
yeah,
a group
yeah.
chat made.
Oh, make group. I mean,
Can we put the executive
Me and
orders
Hattie
in?
had a chat
Okay,
before about
this
group
is
chats.
this was actually going to be mine.
Oh, really?
Well, because I've bitched and moaned to
Oh,
Carl
wait.
enough
Well,
about it
then
today.
we'll call it.
No, don't. I don't want to sidetrack Elliot.
No, it's right.
No,
We've
go
rolled.
on.
no,
Um,
it's right.
I did. I've bitched and moaned enough to Carl. He's sick of it. I think it should be illegal to start a WhatsApp group without getting prior consent from everyone. That's my consent for me. Like,
well, if you invite Dan, he has to accept. He's got a setting on.
no, you don't.
No, he has.
Stop it.
Yeah, there's a
No, you
thing.
can't just put me in a group.
Too
I'm
right, they
still in
can't.
fucking 9 groups.
I can't. But I mean, mine was, and I bitched and moaned about it enough. I started yoga, which is supposed to be relaxing and like zen. Oh, what the fuck ever. And at the end of the class, she was like, "Okay, I'm going to start a WhatsApp group so you can all get in. We'll all put us up." I was like, "What? No,
Don't you just archive it?
no." Well, this apparently could turn it. But it's still the fact she's like, "You will just put a photo, introduce yourselves."
No, but
where
then if you
live."
do that, you look eggy because you're not getting involved in the group.
You're being a loosey lurker. And
Oh, I agree.
I've got in trouble for that before about just lurking. I was like, I don't give a fuck.
Outside
I don't give a
people's
fuck
houses.
about these. I'm sorry. I don't know them. I don't know them. And they've all got cavapoos.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's yoga though, isn't it?
What am I going to do in this group? Like, I was
Yogi.
like, and I sent her an email being like, please, can I not be in the WhatsApp group? And she's like, oh, can I just ask why you don't want to be in the WhatsApp group? I was like, yeah, because I want to get on with my life without fucking Jane from Bootle sharing a hilarious meme. Like, fuck off. Fuck off. Why? I think they should be fucking illegal. I hate them.
Do you know what
WhatsApp
Freddie
groups are
does?
Outrageous.
Freddie does this. If he books you on a gig, he starts a WhatsApp group as a way of like confirming the gig.
That's
And
terrorism.
giving the
What
address.
the fuck?
That's like we were doing a gig
That
in
is
Preston.
Who's giving out your number?
It was a nice gig. No, it's just we're in the group.
Yeah, but effectively that's just giving out your number to
Is it
people.
Freddie? I feel like I'm throwing Freddie under
I
the
don't
bus.
think it is. I don't think it is.
I think it might be
I
Freddie.
don't think it is Freddie, you know, because I've never had that.
Oh, well, apparently he thought that was a special night that needed
Yeah.
commemorating with a
Yeah.
group. Never have I been less happy about a group. The one for India. So we went on the Zoe's Place trip. The one for India, which guess what? I didn't join. Because this is the beautiful thing. We're a team. And this is not an exaggeration. If I went through my WhatsApp now, I think we're at 9 WhatsApp groups.
Not much more.
It's got silly. I've left,
colour-coded them.
By the way, I left one the other week and no one noticed. It's great. Right? Have a word sponsor ideas. Do you remember that?
I was going to say it's bad if it was the Zoe's Place.
Oh, no.
Say
No.
Zoe's Place.
Merch
I'm
ideas.
out.
This WhatsApp group legitimately caused a fucking argument on the trip. And I wasn't in the group. I'm out of it. It was because it's not real life. Someone makes a joke. Someone makes a joke back.
Yeah.
Then it gets eggy. And then in real life, there's beef.
Yeah,
Oh my
totally
God.
that.
I left
Totally
that group when
unnecessary.
it became a Liverpool supporters group about a week after India, and I was like, fuck off.
We've had that in stag do groups. You know when you're going on a stag do or something, and already people have fallen out because in the stag do group,
It's always the dads.
people have started. Mark
Yeah.
Nelson.
That's the best bit of WhatsApp. That's the best bit of WhatsApp groups, though, is when you're not involved in the beef at all and you
Yeah,
can just watch it with your popcorn.
That
and
is
just be like,
great.
yes.
Have
Yeah,
you
yeah.
ever had the
did that.
great thing where you're doing a catch up in the morning and you see there's a name that's in black because they've obviously either been removed or left, and like you're starting to go, and it's like there's laughs, like you said, bit personal. He has brought up his wife's weight, and then it just starts.
Oh my God. And see, that's
Just starts
great.
going and going and going, and then it's you're this, you're that, and then like suddenly someone leaves, and you just get to come in like an actual adult and be like, "Well, you lot should all be very ashamed of what happened
Maybe
here
if you'd
last
all gone
night."
to bed at a reasonable
I'm the
hour.
fuck- I will sit out and they'll be like, "Ooh, eggy in here." I don't mind all of them. There's some good ones. We started a roast group, WhatsApp. That was
That was a really well behaved group.
That was a good group.
That was a really well
'Cause
behaved
then-
group. No one was chatty.
but
no
also
one said
useful
stuff they didn't
after
have
the
to
fact to be
say.
like, "Hey, I've got a clip. Can you share
Yeah.
it?" That was kind of good.
But no
Don't
one's
mind
been
those.
chatty. Everyone was really good about like, yep. Like Adam would say things when we needed to know them, or you guys would say things as we needed to know, and no one was like bants.
But
Like,
you know what I've done? I've made a group for us about clips, and the messages expire after 24 hours. So there's no group. It's just if something's there, do it, and then tomorrow it's gone.
It feels like you're in MI5.
this is unbelievable. I didn't
That's
even know
cool,
this was a
that.
thing.
It does kinda
I mean,
work
can you
well,
talk
you
to my
know.
yoga group about it?
I do find that though, like when you go to somewhere to do something like I'm just going to go to yoga. I'm going to go do this. And we've got the group and we've got the meet up. And now there's like a whole friendship group from there that you're not like, it's like, I was coming in to fucking stretch.
That's what I said. Freddie had a go at me. He was like, Hattie, you've got to understand, no one else was there to just do yoga. I was like, what? And he was like, yeah, they're all there to make friends. And I was like, well, that should be on the leaflet. That should be on the website.
There should be a friends hour.
Yes,
Do you want to come make friends and do yoga? It's friend hour.
I just want to like close my eyes and I don't know, stretch exactly that, like stretch and I be zen, whatever. Like,
do you think swingers have WhatsApp groups?
Oh, God, yeah.
Like polyamory WhatsApp groups? Like,
that's why they were invented.
I wish anyone would suck my dick and then
Anyone?
no, within the group. Within the group.
Send it as a broadcasted message on WhatsApp.
And then someone mentions the weight of your wife. And you're like, I don't give a shit. I like them big.
God,
I've got an executive order. And you mentioned cavapoos, and I don't know what that is.
It's a. Do you want to tell you? It's a cross between a King Charles Cavalier
it's a Vauxhall Cavalier.
Yes.
It's Harry's car.
ITV2 Crush Velvet, only way is Essex, in a dog.
Right. Yeah. My executive order is, if you buy a dog, right, and listen, I love Wallace, and I want to temper this with Wallace is the best dog in the world that's ever lived in the world, right? Okay.
You're just telling facts.
Yeah.
If you buy a dog, like a nice, posh breed, oh shit, it's a thingy thing dog, you should be forced to rescue another one at the same time.
So good.
So you get your
offsetting.
You get your dog, but it's a carbon footprint for some unwanted ragtag homeless dog. And the more you spend on the dog you bought, the more fucked the rescue dog has to be. So you get your like could compete in Crufts like, oh, isn't he beautiful? And then along down the lane on his knees like,
it's actually mooing.
Your child soldier dog a long time. You're like, posh breed, yeah, I'm with it.
Everyone should have the right to buy a dog.
As well.
Actually,
if you have a child, you have to adopt one.
You get a child soldier.
Fucking right.
Yeah.
As many kids as you have to adopt one, and they're also a bit,
yeah. They've got a bit. You've got to have a.
But mine could have been
a rescue child.
Mine could have been spanners. I got lucky. My kids are pretty normal, you know.
Yeah, so you need 2 spanners.
Yeah.
I know, but they could have been spanners. That, you know what I mean? We rolled the dice.
My dad.
They could have come out like kids.
My dad will love this to have a kid who hasn't smoked crack.
Your dad's going to get the opposite.
My dad gets a good
So I've got a 7-year-old girl who hasn't smoked crack, so I have to adopt one that has.
You have to adopt Elliot.
You have to adopt me. Come. You can't.
It's just a fact.
All right, cool. I'm into it. Do you know what? I floated the idea of adoption. Laura, no. This
but she met Elliot.
Is a fucking factory of no's.
Why do you want to adopt?
Well,
you've got 2 children.
Just to fucking one-up you.
Never adopted. That would be one up to you.
I'm defo going African, though.
Yeah, big time.
Because I'm that guy.
African.
Big time.
That's why they call me the White Kante. I hope everyone remembers that reference that didn't make sense at that exact point. Have you got any more, Elliot?
Yeah, this one's going to be a little bit. All right, let me see if I word this correctly. I think whatever so you see, like football fans, if you go to football, you can't moan about pride,
right?
Because it's the same thing. If whatever you have to write what your stupid thing is.
Yep.
So then when you go and because like if you go to like watch a football game and everyone's in Stone Island and a uniform and we're all singing songs and it's all of this and we drink, that's like the uniform. And then if you go, the fucking LGBT lot with pride, why do they need it? They could get married. And it's like, yeah, but they're doing their version of that the same way. If you're at Pride, which I've seen in London, just as unruly as any football group you've ever seen.
They're singing, they've got uniforms.
They're leaving litter over the street.
It's mainly men.
Yeah, they're dancing,
and some thick set girls.
Yeah, there's women there, but the same as the football, the women who go to it they're a little bit off. They're like, it's the same. You know what I mean?
So you're saying basically football, going to a Premier League fixture is basically straight pride.
It's just 100% straight pride, but it's your dumb thing. You have to accept that you've got a thing that is dumb, and that's fine. We all got to have our dumb thing.
What have straight girls got?
Taylor Swift or some shit.
I think yoga WhatsApp groups.
Yes.
Well, like we get to go and like shout and sing, way, and then pride. What? You haven't got a version of that, have you?
I think he's right. It's probably Taylor Swift, isn't it? I mean, I don't.
Yeah, we can't do that every day. We could go to the game every week if we wanted.
You're right. Is ours brunch?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
bottomless brunch feels. Bottomless brunch feels very like.
Yeah.
Very there. It's a little bit. We all act a little bit beneath ourselves. You
Yes.
know, we're not necessarily the greatest version of ourselves. And when we come home, all our partners are cross with us.
Okay, so
It's the
Much
12
like you guys.
It's
Yeah,
the 12:30 kickoff for women.
Yeah.
That's what brunch
Amen,
is. It's the
yeah.
12:30 kickoff
That's
for
when you mean
women.
business.
okay, I
12:30.
like that. Bottomless brunches, ladies.
Yeah, yeah,
football.
yeah.
We should do a bottomless brunch. I think I'd really like to see us
was
drinking.
that as Patreon special or just you'd like we're all getting on?
with a load of hen dos.
Oh God.
I'm not going there. In those.
But I think there's
Yeah, I meant
Yeah.
hen dos.
But I
What
think
we
that
do.
there is something about like when people moan about that, like, you know, oh, they're like someone who follows a football team
Yeah.
moaning about something
Yeah.
that is stupid, and it's like,
that's
but you're
exactly-
into football.
Same.
It's, or any sport in general. Like I always, like with the UFC, like I'm always like to someone like it's not just about the fight, it's about the drama.
Yes.
This is
The
male.
storylines.
This is selling Sunset.
Do you
It's-
watch Embedded?
Yeah, here and there.
So leading up to a big thing, I'll watch all the media and all. And Sarah was like, "What, you watch it for?" I'm like, "Yeah, I watch everything up until the event."
There's so much.
Because
to
it makes the actual fight better because you know the
It
backstory.
also makes you look such a prick as a guy when you're like, oh, how can you just watch Love Island and they're all just bitching about who did that and why is that important to her? When then you watch football and like, who's that playing? Like, right, well, he's had an injury and he's come back, and also there's a nasty tackle between him and that other player, and he used to play for their team, and like, you know all the gossip. It's just
all
the
drama.
change.
But Love Island used to be. Love Island was great when there was they were
Booze.
killing themselves. That was when Love Island was at its best. That was
Yeah,
the
it was-
duty
that
of
was high
care
time.
wasn't there. Stop acting like that isn't the reality of the show that
It
they
was
were
the
making.
Passchendaele of reality TV. Everyone fucking just died.
Yeah,
Yeah.
stop. Why are they
Yeah.
coming down? It's just water bottle selling. It used to be like we're throwing these fame-hungry fucks in,
Yeah.
and feel free to ruin their lives as the general public. And
Yeah.
then when one of them kills themselves, we'll put out a thing about mental health.
We'll
Is
be
there no
like-
alcohol now? Is there real?
There's no alcohol.
No alcohol,
That's why they're
no
none of them fucking
smoking.
under the sheets anymore.
It used to be. It was modern day freak show. We just replaced the whole that was Jeremy Kyle with like we've done it to like we've exploited the poor working class people of the world, and you will watch them. We're entertained. We are now going to do it to influencers and people who want to be influencers, and that's what we're going to do. And everyone goes, "This is terrible," and I would watch it because I wouldn't enjoy it, but I wanted to be in the group chat that everyone else was in.
I think-
Do you know, I would really be
Wait,
so
yeah,
much
which
more
one?
into Love Island if it wasn't just like hot people or
what
the
everyone
perceived
says,
hot
isn't
people.
it?
Yeah,
But
if you
it
do
has-
like a...
it
Like
has to be-
Munter Island.
That's what sells, isn't it?
But it has to be hot people because it makes it an even playing field. It only works with hot people. This is again when they started being like, we're gonna not just go for extremely hot people. It only works when really hot people go into something. So then one of them, there were great moments where someone will realize, oh my God, I've been the hot person in my town and fucked everyone I ever want, and now no one wants to talk to me because I've got no personality. So you got to watch that sort of journey happen, and it worked. And then what happened is people who were watching the show of extremely hot people went, oh, I'm not extremely hot, I feel bad. Now change that.
But imagine the reverse of that when they're all like objectively threes. And they're like, oh shit, I'm the ugly person everywhere I go. But these are all mingers. Oh, people sucking each other off with two teeth in the red.
Five walks in like this.
Stopping to like have a breather
Yeah.
partway through sex.
You have to like hold up your fupa to get yourself seen to.
I've
Like,
never felt so sexy. I'm into that.
breathing through your mouth. Like,
Now we're taking piss of ugly people. Like, it just end up being the same thing, and then they go, "Let's get fit people on it."
I know, because I think
Yeah,
it'd be
you're
like
right.
this
Oh,
would be
you're right.
like recoupling would be so funny.
Just go and adopt a dog. Shut the
Free
fuck
Island.
up. That's belting. That's a pod.
That's belting,
Bloody belting, man.
Wonderful podcasting grammar. Elliot, thank you. Thanks
thank
so
you
much
for
for
having
coming on. Your special came out. Well, this goes out on. Where are we getting this out? We're getting this out towards the end of Jan. So it came out at the start of Jan,
Yeah,
end of
start of
December.
Jan. It's doing well at the moment. It's doing really well. Heading up to 50k, which is cool. Which I was like way more than I thought it.
It's called Carrying the Boats.
Carrying the boats, yeah. And then I'm on tour as well.
Nice.
So that's on my link tree on my bar. But yeah, just go watch the special. I didn't put ads on it or anything like that. I just wanted people to click on. Special starts, watch it. And if you enjoy it, share it with someone, leave a comment, or buy a ticket for a tour date.
Elliot's a brilliant comedian.
Yes.
Go and watch his
Watch it.
special. It's another exceptional comic giving free content. And then if you really like it, go and see him on tour. Hattie, you've got your podcast.
Oh, my pod, but also I'm going on my little tour. We're calling it Tourette, so as not to make it sound overwhelming.
one of them as well.
Thank you very much. Yeah. I'm really very freaked out by the word tour, so it's Tourette. I'm only doing 6 dates around the country, but that is selling at the moment, and that'll be mainly February. 1 in January, 1 in March, but mainly February.
And while we're at lunch, I confirmed the date for Dan's Anthems, the day rave, and that is Sunday, the 20th of April. It's Easter Sunday, so we've got the bank hollybobs. Look, yeah, just put the date in your diary. It's going to be Mahoosic.
What date is it?
20th of April.
420, mate.
420. Danthums, you should call it.
No, it's because there used to be a show called Dance Anthems.
Right. You're called Dan, though.
Yeah. So
Already
it's
had this
Dan's
discussion.
Anthems. Are we all right? Are you okay? Are we all right?
You've already done this. You
Have
did
I?
this. Yeah, you did this too.
We do a lot of podcasts.
I love you, Con.
I love you.
Shall we end with a song?
Yes.
Benjamin.
This week is a band called Toy Car, who my band are supporting on the 1st of Feb in Liverpool. If you're about, go and get tickets.
What's the name?
What's the song called?
It's called Better Than Before.
Hi guys, this is Toy Car. This is our new single. This is better than before. Is that right? Yeah. All right. Christopher Walken. Yeah. Guys, bye Felicia.